Hello, and welcome to the Astral Sea. I will be your guide and dungeon master. My name is Mara. We are so glad that you are here with us today. It has been so long since we have been together, and it's just a delight to see all your smiling usernames in the chat. So, there you go. Before we get started, we're gonna do some lovely introductions. Today I'm not going to ask them a question because it's Independent Bookstore Day, and I'm going to take my time to pitch why you should go to a local independent bookstore, because everyone should. Now, if you don't know where your closest local independent bookstore is, you can go to something called indiebound.com, and it'll tell you where your closest indie bookstore is, or if you can't physically go to that location, it'll give you a whole list of stores you can order from. So go do that. Independent bookstores are, I firmly believe, alongside with libraries, one of the biggest tools against fascism. So go buy books. I love you all so much. I am so jealous of your book buying. I wish that were me, and I hope you have a wonderful day. My name is Mara. I love books. You can find me on the internet at College of Lore Dropout or Lore Dropout. You can also find my writing about books on the internet by just searching my name. Yes, Mills.
Also, if you want to order books online, you can go to bookshop.org, and you can either have it donate to a specific local indie bookstore. If they don't have an online presence, you can order from your store directly, or it will just go to a fund that supports indie bookstores in general.
Yeah, there's so many great ways to support independent bookstores, and you should do it because it's what
Sexy.
our Pantheon would want you to do. The Tales Pantheon would want you to go to independent bookstores.
That's so true.
It is. So, let's head right on over to Mills. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Amelia Som. You can find me most places at Amelia Som. And if you tried to go to links.ameliasom.com at any point in the past, month, the DNS servers were messed up. But they're back up now, so you can see it. Also, this is my last episode. Sorry, bye.
I was gonna get to that. Yeah, unfortunately, today will be Mill's last episode with us. So send all of your good vibes and love in the chat. And just stay tuned for future times when we will be able to get the incredible Amelia Som on this channel again.
Yeah,
hopefully.
I will say, this isn't going to be my last episode. I will be sneaking back from time to time, but only when you least expect it.
Yeah.
Good.
So stay on your toes. All right. Diana.
Diana, you can find me most places on the internet at SapphicsDragonana or just SaphicsDraga, and today in particular on the Bluebird app, debating whether or not I'm going to wear my cloak to the bar tonight to read tarot cards and hopefully get some bitches. So vote in my Twitter poll because I really can't decide. I don't know if it's going to look good with the blue or not, but just let me know what you think because I can't make a decision ever. That's all for me.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Sweet.
Hello, I am Sweet. You can find me most places at _Sweet Stories. I'm happy to be back from my little voyage of my own where I got to be a little pirate for a week or so on a cruise ship. So yeah, now I'm just happy to be back with my crew. Get some inspiration from that.
Beautiful. Snail.
Hi, I'm Reader Snail. You can find me on TikTok and Hive at DMD5E, on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr at Snail5E, and on Twitch at The Gamer Snail. You can also find me sleeping when I shouldn't and awake when I shouldn't be. And that's me.
Retweet. And, of course, our fearless captain, James.
Hi everybody, I'm James. You can find me on TikTok at NiceOneJames and on Twitter and Instagram at TTRPGay. You can also find me staring off into middle distance wishing I was still a LARP, but it's okay because this is also a good place to be. And in honor of my wife Sable not being here today, I present you with a fun fact that I learned from TikTok last night when I also should not have been awake. Did you know the reason why so many medieval beds were short is because in those times a lot of people didn't have beds and you kind of just used to sleep wherever. But one thing that they did use beds for was a place to hang out with your friends so you could show them how rich you were. And I just think we should bring that back because I would also like to sit in bed with my friends. So thank you for coming to James's Fun Fact Time. Sponsored sort of by TikTok.
Sponsored. Thank you so much for that lovely fun fact. The more you know.
Yeah, and if it's not true, don't tell me. Thank you.
If it's not true, it should be. It's a great fun fact.
It feels
If
correct.
it's not true, we should make it true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we are going to head on into our announcements. Unfortunately, tomorrow there is no Pro Lane, so that'd be a really good time to read all the books you get from Independent Bookstore Day today. But this Wednesday we do have Starfarers. Starfarers is winding down, so now is the perfect time to catch up on past episodes on our YouTube so that you can be there for the epic conclusion, which is coming in just a short time. Also, we have a new show coming, a lovely 3-shot called The Whispering Heart, which premieres May 10th, so make sure you are seated and ready. It is going to be a grand old time, and some faces here just might be in it. I don't know, could be. Next week, we have Tales from the Starlight Ocean, Whispering Heart, and Crow Lane.
Nope.
We have a regular... No, not next week.
The
Week after.
Well, this upcoming week we got Starfarers, and then both of our weekend shows.
Yeah, that's true. We have... So we're getting back to a normal schedule, is the point I'm trying to make. We're getting there. We know scheduling has been crazy, wild the past little bit, but we are delighted that we'll be getting back on track shortly. As always, please feel free to join our Discord, follow our social medias, join us on Patreon for some truly lovely things and more exciting announcements and little tidbits coming your way there. And buy our merch because it's adorable. And I wear my sweatshirt all of the time, and it is easily one of the most comfortable crew necks I've ever owned. And I'm not just saying that because I think you should get it. I genuinely love it. I think that's everything.
Hey, really quick, since it's just you and I in this call and we're not live on the internet or anything, I've been thinking about getting some new dice recently. Do you have any recommendations for places I could go perhaps to get some money off and also support gay people simultaneously?
Oh, that's a really good question.
Thank you.
Let me think. Oh, Die Hard Dice. If you
tell me more.
If you use the code Starlight10, you'll get 10% off your order of dice, and you'll support our stream.
Whoa.
So,
I bet they roll really good and are pretty also.
I'm gonna roll my Die Hard dice right now and see what I get. 8.
Lie.
So there
hey,
you go.
Mara. Hey, lie real quick.
Hold on. Up. Oh, there's a 20. There
Yeah!
it is. Wow. So 1 in 5 is a 20. That's pretty good odds.
Yeah.
Just saying. So, yeah. They're great. Wonderful dice company. Makes some incredible dice, and you'll be able to support us. And these dice roll really well for me in combat against my players. So if you're a DM, keep that in mind.
Oh.
And with that, we are going to head on into our intro. So take us away, Snail. welcome back. Where last we saw this incredible team of pirates, they were concluding the investigation of a murder. After some well-placed zone of truth and some trickery, they were able to figure out who killed Alice Hazelworth and bring them to justice. Afterwards, they were able to kind of have some hangout time. Someone went to the farmer's market. Nova met up with her long-lost sister and got to introduce her to V, and they all had a wonderful time. There's hopscotch. There was hopscotch going on. It was just a really good, chill time after a stressful investigation. However, things aren't going to stay super chill for very long. So, we are going to head right on in and pick up with Nova. You're chatting with your sister. It's been a while. You've been catching up. But the day is getting short. So, that's where I leave you.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I don't know where in the conversation we are, so I'm gonna pull back the camera here and overview it instead of role-playing out very awkwardly wrapping up a conversation.
Sure.
I think Nova sort of, like, notes what time it is and looks to V and understands that, like, it's time to go, and we'll stand, and there's hugs, and there's promises to visit, and promises to write, and all of that, and then, heads off into the night, holding their wife's hand, goes back to the ship.
Beautiful. We stay with your sister for a little bit, who kind of watches you walk off, and we see her kind of pick up a hollow transmitter and take a phone call and seems to be talking to her love and explaining how the conversation went and how glad she is to have Nova back in her life. And now we are going to move on over to our lovely crew at the farmer's market.
Yeah, I think that hopscotch happens, some kissing happens, and I think eventually, you know, as the sun starts to set, I think there's kind of like a wordless agreement between the two of them that it's time to start heading back, and I think maybe they'll walk a little bit slow, take their own sweet time. Yeah.
It sounds lovely.
Beautiful. Reese, what have you been up to?
Yeah. I think Reese spent this time, if there's anything that the ship needs, they first get all that stuff together, restock anything that they needed. And then I think he calls their not partner. They call the ASP. I think they have a little check-in with them just to see what's going on there, because their last letter was I don't know, it seemed like there was stuff that ASP wanted to talk about. So yeah, I think he calls Addison.
All right. It's a ring or two before the ASP picks up and goes, hi, hello.
Hi. Hey, yeah, how are you?
Busy, just came out of a meeting with, Silver Scoundrel Captain, but it's just a whole deal. But how are you?
Oh, no, I mean, you sound stressed about that. Was that okay? Do you want to talk about it?
No, it's fine. It just, it seems the amount of crews disappearing has increased quite a bit, and so it was supposed to be a strategy planning session, but it quickly dissolved into a it's your fault, you're not doing enough, blah 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 situation, and I've just got some personal things as well going on, so it's been a bit busy, but how's the case? Murder investigation.
Yeah, it was pretty, theater nerds bullied them around a little bit, got some information, and then they, we got paid for it just now, so it wrapped up pretty quickly. I just I'm sorry to hear that you're stressed, though.
Oh.
So you didn't get any strategy figured out for that? Is there anything?
Well, a little bit. Someone has decided to call in. I believe they call it the big guns to come and investigate what's going on. I don't know what that means. But
What do you mean big guns? Aren't the Pirate Kings like aren't you guys like the big guns? Who's big guns beyond you guys?
I don't know, and that worries me a little bit. I think someone who's going to be like a consultant to us. I don't. It's been ridiculous around here. Let me tell you, everyone is losing their minds trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay. Well, let me ask you that since I'm out here, just curious, for me and my own crew's sake, is there any other like information that you've gotten about how people are missing, or?
Well, we've been able to rule out some previous theories. At first we thought it was, you had that encounter with the Astral Dreadnought, so we thought maybe there was an increase in giant monster Lord-severing creatures, but that doesn't seem to be the case. After some investigation, there's no clear indication of an increase in numbers of that, so that's ruled out.
I think Reese kind of pauses for a second. Are we still mentally linked, or no?
Yeah.
Am I linked to Nova?
Yeah, that doesn't go away. It
Does
just
it go
stays
away?
until James decides it's not there.
Joe. I think they pause for a second and they just say, "Oh, is it a distance thing?" You can just do that, right? No.
It is a distance thing, but it's a crazy distance. It's 5 miles.
Yeah, you're.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she mentally links with Nova and just says, "Hey, do we want to tell the Asp about those people who wanted to collect that dreadnought that we fought?"
This is me, James, having a brain fart. That's not even, is it?
It was the people that we met in the inn, right? The one that was like, "Go get this candle." Didn't they ask about the location of the dreadnought? And they were like,
Oh. Do I, sort of also a Mark question, do you remember who they were affiliated with? It's been so long.
Well, Dahlia was the one who wanted the candle.
"Yeah."
Oh, right, and that's right. Okay, I'm with you.
Yep.
But
I think Nova kind of stops partway down this little path and kind of frowns a little bit, and we'll say back to you. I mean, I feel like we like the Asp. We're on the Asp's side. We hate Dahlia. Boo tomato Dahlia. So, yeah. I mean, I'm fine with it.
okay, all right. Cool. Let me see what
Are you okay? Everything all good?
Oh yeah, no, I'm good. I'm great. We're just having a conversation. I just thought this might be some useful information to send their way or just get a vibe on.
Sure.
So, give me 1 second. I'm literally blank faced on the holo transmitter.
Yeah,
Give me
you're
1
good.
second.
Start walking again.
Looks
You hear
like-
are you there? Hello?
yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm here. I was just deep in thought. When we were fighting after the whole fight, do you know anybody named Dolly? Dahlia?
Dahlia. Is this you after the dragon fight? You ran after someone. Is that who that was?
Yes, it was.
Okay. But not.
God, good memory, good brain.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Not it. No other bell is rung. Beyond that, I think dangerous circles affiliated with, but I personally don't know much about Dahlia beyond what you've told me.
Okay.
But I can
Not that I
look
don't
into
trust
it.
my not partner. Can I just vibe check my not partner? Okay, on an inside check. Oh god, I have no insight, but I did roll a 15, so
The Asp also rolled a 15, so for gay reasons, you can tell that definitely does know more, but, like, isn't, like, at liberty to say to, like, a non-pirate king kind of deal, like, some confidential stuff, but definitely knows a little bit more than she's letting on.
Okay. I think Reese kind of like smiles, and they can probably hear the smile in their voice when they're like, okay, understood. So don't know too much about them. Okay. I just think it would be good for you to know then that they were asking for the location of the creature that we fought after we fought it. So I don't know what you want to do with that information, but I just thought it'd be good for you to know, because
That is concerning. All right. Did you give it to her?
did we give it to her?
I think so.
No?
I
The
think we
location of the
did.
Dreadnought? I'm pretty sure I did.
I think we did. Yeah.
Because I think that was the, like, I'll give you the location of...
Yeah,
Alexis
you're right.
said
You're
it.
right. You're right.
Yeah, we were kind of in a tight spot. So I mean, we figured it's sinking to the bottom of the ocean anyway. I mean, it's dead. So, but then again, very powerful person. So,
All right. Well, thank you for letting me know. That's concerning. Is there anything else you learned? And I can, do my best to untangle some more information on them for you. Might take some time, but I can send you what I'm able to find.
yeah, no, I didn't learn anything. I missed you. That's one thing. I missed you. That's it, really.
You hear like kind of flustered chuckle on the other end, and well, I missed you too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Enough about business. You can talk about anything else. What you been up to? What's going on? I think
It's been a shit show around here, to be sure.
Yeah.
It seems like the Pirate Kings might be assembling all together for the first time in a while to deal with this. I mean, they assemble from time to time, but usually one or more kind of off doing things, so that's something.
That's a big thing.
Yes.
What? Okay. Do you have any advice for people out on the seas right now? Like, what? I mean, I'm just concerned about, my crew and my ass as well. I'm very concerned about being out here.
Keep a weather eye out, and know that if and when you do make it back around these parts, I owe you a drink.
Okay.
It could just be the two of us. Maybe even I'll even throw in a dinner, if you want.
Oh. Wow. So generous. I accept. I think that'd be a really great plan. If I make it there, I think I do deserve that kind of reward. Staying alive out here, it's really dangerous, as you said. So.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I will send all the information I can to you, when I know more. But
Okay. All right.
Stay safe, stay well.
Yeah, you too. And don't be afraid to put your foot down with them out there. Don't let them tell you you're not big guns. Who's more big guns than you? I don't understand that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing from you.
You as well. All right. Take care, and I'm looking forward to our dinner. So you better come back safe.
Oh, let's hope I do.
All right.
All right. And we hang up.
So fast. I was scrolling through my notes, and I have 10 healing potions that I made to sell that I haven't sold.
Yeah.
Can I have sold them at the farmer's market?
Hell yeah. How much are you selling each of them for?
I'm willing to haggle. 100 to 250 is the price.
All right. Roll a d10 for me, please.
A 6.
All right. So you are able to sell 6 of these potions for now in the time that you have. If you want to stay a little longer, you can try and sell
That's
more.
okay.
So we'll say you make like 1,173 gold.
Great. I'm putting it in the party fund.
Perfect. And then you have 4 more you can try and sell later.
Great.
Or
Thank you.
keep in your back pocket. All right. X. What are you up to? Oop, you are muted.
Beep boop. I was at a cat cafe, and
Yes, you
I
were.
can't imagine there's anywhere at this farmer's market area that's better than that.
Sure.
Um,
You do have a
so-
little cat that looks like Atrophy curled up on your lap. Little kitten.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just chill there for a while and then respectfully wait for the cat to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think X genuinely debates, like, they could get away with stealing this cat, like, easily. Actually, it would be
Good.
so easy. But then decides against it. And I think heads back to the ship early, waiting for it. Well, actually, no. X is gonna go back by Nova and the sister to make sure everything's copacetic there.
Perfect. You are just in time. It takes a while for the little cat to leave. Eventually, another kitten kind of does a little, like, butt wiggle prowl thing and jumps on him, and they start tussling and kind of roll off your lap and scamper away. And you can head off and find... you just catch Nova and V walking away from their meeting with her sister.
No one got murdered. Excellent.
No one got murdered.
Okay, yeah, then I will head back to the ship.
Perfect. Right, we'll say you all arrived to the ship around the same time. It's looking good. Seems that nothing is out of the ordinary. Scratch kind of runs up and, like, puts his paws on the edge of the ship, and as you come into range of his little collar, he goes, finally, look, the pee pads for the little ones are getting really full, and I think they gotta go soon, and I didn't know a good spot to, like,
Okay.
put them out.
You know, you're not responsible for that, so don't worry. I gotta give me 1 second. It's like dusting like chalk dust off of her hands, and it's like I'll go. It's my turn to, and we'll just kind of go and start taking care of pet things. I'm sure they need to be fed, walked, whatever. And is just like has fucking like 5 different leashes clipped to her belt with a carabiner,
Yeah.
and starts just taking care of that.
X Atrophy kind of comes up and weaves between your legs a little bit and sniffs you and kind of gives a, like, were you hanging out with another cat? Kind of look at you and does kind of like a walk away, like, ugh, fine, a very haughty walk away back to the window that you both have been hanging out by, waiting for you to come and beg for forgiveness.
Yep, been here before. And does so. I'm just gonna go and hang out. I'm gonna do that thing where I'm there, but I'm like being clingy, and then I'm kind of being aloof while he's being aloof, and it's like a very specific, intricate little dance.
Yeah, of course.
Maybe find a lip roller on the way.
Yeah. Alright, as you're all getting ready, Scratch comes up to you, Nova, and says, Captain, I have a question
Hey.
for you.
I have an answer for you, Scratch. What can I do for you?
I would like an official role on the ship. I think I have, done my due diligence and, have been, very helpful, and I think
Sure.
I deserve a title.
But I mean, of course, do you have a title in mind?
I don't, kind of like ears kind of flop down a little bit and go like, I don't actually know what jobs on ships are called.
Well,
I just know people have them, and I would like that.
hey, Scratch, I've got great news for you, buddy.
Yeah?
I'm the captain. We can put whatever the fuck we want on this ship.
Can I be like, thinks through? You know, this is a dog that grew up kind of like in the capital city of the entire expanse kind of energy, but so has like been around a lot of like fancy people, but also lived in like the more seedy area, and so, you know, goes, can I be like Grand Duke Watchdog, or like
Yeah.
dog at law of guard duty or something?
A lot of good stuff there. I'm a big fan of what did you say? Chief Duke Watchdog?
I think I said Archduke.
Archduke. Sorry, excuse me. How do we feel about Chief Archduke at law? At paw. Sorry.
Oh,
You're
because
probably
I
tired
have
of that.
paws, and he kind of like
Yeah.
lifts up.
Oh,
a
we
paw.
like that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Yeah.
All right. Well, then I kind of like looks around, reaches in their pocket, finds the remnants of that old like treat stick from God, what feels like 100 years ago, but was probably in game time like a week ago maybe, and we'll kind of like sorry, Chief Archduke, if you don't mind sitting for just a moment.
Dumps down, tail beating the deck a little bit.
I will, like a queen with a scepter dubbing a knight, I will kind of like tap the little treat stick on one shoulder and then tap it on the other shoulder and then balance it on his nose. And I go, as captain of the Copper Dawn, I hereby dub the Chief Archduke Watchdog at paw, Scratch. Do you accept the responsibilities?
Trying very hard to keep the treat balanced
Sure.
and like drooling a little bit is gonna pick up his paw to offer to you to shake.
I shake it and then I go, all right, the treat is yours, your first payment of a job well done.
Throws
You
it
got
up in the air, catches it,
Nice.
goes chewing, goes, this is the best day ever. Who would have thought a little dog like me could be a Chief Archduke guard dog at paw? This is great, thank you.
I kind of like scratch behind his ears a little bit and I go, buddy, most of the time I feel the same way. So I'm with you. Congratulations. Happy
Thanks.
to be working with you.
Thanks. I'm gonna go tell Matilda. She's gonna be so jealous. And like trots off down the ship. He's got a little swagger in his step.
Yeah.
He's feeling good. He's feeling proud. His tail's going.
For him.
Not to interrupt business, Captain.
yeah.
Can I talk to you?
Sorry,
for a
it was really super important, but I can make time.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Awesome. Great.
What's up?
So I talked to the Asp, and basically they're saying, you know, all the pirate kings are going to be meeting up soon. All the situations with all the pirates disappearing has gotten worse.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I told them about Dahlia going back to find that monster we fought. And that was concerning. It seemed like there was a lot more information that she knows about that they don't really want to share. Or probably can't share.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically what I've picked up from that.
That's good to know. Maybe when we're done with the cyclones, assuming we don't get like murdered by some big scary, I don't know what's there, but some big scary thing, maybe we should go check back in, swing back through Vortis.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah. It's
I'll
just...
just what?
Oh no, sorry. What were you saying?
Oh no, I was gonna say I can go through and tell the crew what else I found, just so they're up to date as well.
That'd be great if you don't mind. I know it's been a long day, so
Yeah, it's been a day. It's been a day. But yeah, I hope. How are you though? How was your situation?
Good. I think. I
Yeah.
ended up kind of telling Rena the deal, and she didn't think I was crazy, or at least I guess if they didn't say it. So
That's
I think
great.
good. I
That's
think good.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
really good.
it seems fine. I told them I'll visit when I can. So
That's awesome.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
good. I'm sort of still processing it, but it
Understandable.
seemed fine.
Okay, good. That's hey.
I'll take it. Yeah,
Hey.
the amount of things that have gone well since getting yoinked here, I can probably
Yeah.
name on one hand. So like I'm not, I'll take
Oh,
it.
that's fortunate, but I'm glad that this is one of them.
Yeah, me too. It feels like a
Yeah.
good thing to be one of them.
It is.
sure.
It is. All right. Well, that's good. All right. I hope keep me
Yeah.
up to date with that, with the
I
family
will.
visits. Hope that's
Yeah,
good.
for sure.
I'm
And
sorry,
can I assume from the things with the asp are good? I'm not trying to be nosy.
I think you can see like a little bit of panic
Sure.
in their
sure.
eyes rise a little bit. No, it's good.
Good.
It's
Great.
good. I mean, like, yeah, I talk to them, it's fine, natural, good. And then I think about it, I'm like, oh shit, that's
Sure.
happening.
Yeah, I did that with V for like a year. So I'm with
Oh.
it. Yeah. I think
Okay.
that turned out fine. So
Okay, that's
better than
marriage.
fine. I'm very happily married.
Oh,
Yeah, not that you
I
have
believe you.
to-
The way you
if
said that
don't
was
want
wild.
to-
Like, I do believe that you're happily married. That was just like the
Yeah.
wild energy.
No, you're good. I said it was fine, and then I realized that
Yeah,
I'm glad things are good.
yes, they're
Great.
good. They're good. They're going good. They are going good.
Right? I'm happy to hear that.
Which
That's-
is not
that's good.
stressful. I'm gonna go tell the group.
Okay.
Turning. I'm going to talk to everybody else about what happened on the phone.
Honey, is there anything you are doing before this ship takes off?
I think I'm checking in with Dawn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of whistle for my little robot friend to come meet me in my office.
I'm zooming.
Just give
So excited to see you.
give him like a once over. How's he looking? How has dog duty been treating him?
It's pretty good. You could tell that, like, he may have been mistaken for, like, a fire hydrant. He's got a little bit of a stink from one of the puppies, Puppies will sure be puppies, but other than that, he's looking good.
I think I'm gonna then take some like intentional time with my boy. Give him a nice bath, give him an oil change, show him all the cool stuff I've been working on, that type of thing.
Oh yeah, when you come out of this little revamp session, this little self-care time with Dawn, Dawn is looking spiffy. It's looking shiny. Motor is burring, just doing a great, just looking good.
That's my son.
Like a little robot. All right.
And then I think
also
try at the same time trying to
hold
figure
on.
out.
My headphones stopped working. Give me 2 seconds because I can't hear you. Okay, they're back. Try again.
I also think at the same time trying to figure out where we're going and how we're getting there.
Perfect. Yeah. You can pull down a map. You have a map from earlier where, weeks ago at this point, a mysterious message appeared with a circle on the Scythelands, telling Nova and by extension you all to come to this location. It's about 10-day journey. You can shave that time down a little bit. I will say, as you are looking at this map, you see where the actual, like, entrance portal is, right? You've gotten very good at being like, okay, here's the gate to, like, get to this. As you're looking closely, there's a kind of shimmery, very faint, you almost don't notice it, like, line around that circle, like a bigger circle encompassing where that Astral Sea gate is.
Okay.
If you would like to make a check about it.
Yeah. Can I make, like, an Arcana check?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Would you say that this has anything to do with fae, fiends, or undead?
I would say this has not anything.
I have to ask.
You do. You get it.
It's a 21.
Say that again.
A 21.
My headphones keep disconnecting. Everyone give me... can we cut to mid-screen really quick?
We absolutely can. We will be right back.
And welcome back. Thank you so much for that brief hiatus. Sometimes technology just says no, and I think we should respect that decision. But we are back now.
I got a 21.
21. Perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, James was clapping for me.
As it should be. As you're looking, this was not here before. It's not that you overlooked it before. This is new. And as you're looking at it, it seems to kind of like pulse a little bit, very faintly, like it's a little bit brighter, a little bit softer, and the cabin is filled with like a faint sense of like, or a faint smell of trees and grass, and like a very like nature-filled scent. And you, as you're looking at it with that 21 Arcana, you get the sense that this is not quite a warning, but a heads up that before getting to the Slicelands, there's going to be something you must do. It feels, it's very hard to tell what kind of magic this is, but like, you get a little bit of a goosebump, some goosebumps. Your hair kind of stands on edge, and it's very much a feeling of like, be ready, or be sure you want to do this.
I'm gonna go find X.
Perfect. X, where are you at?
Has Atrophy decided to forgive my sins?
Yes, Atrophy has.
I think I'm probably probably in your workshop. If you're not in there, just looking.
I
for your
am in
book.
there.
Oh, okay. Well, I probably find
That's
you
even
'cause I wanted to
funnier
speak
that
in your
you're in
book.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I'm in there. I think I snuck in behind you while
Yeah.
you were focusing, and just started reading silently.
Great. I think I stick my head out of the door and I go, X?
Yes.
Holy shit. When'd you get here?
Like I don't know, maybe like 20 minutes. I don't.
God, okay. I got too focused. Hey, have you ever been to the Sightlands before?
Not that I remember.
Have you ever heard of anybody going to the Sightlands before?
No. Wait, no, I haven't. No.
Okay.
Why? Is there someone here you're looking for? Is there...
No, I was just looking at this map here, and I'll kind of like unscroll it and lay it on my desk, and point to the little shimmery faint line around like the silver pool. It looks like there's going to be some sort of extra step to get in to the Sightlands that maybe we don't have to do in other places. And I was just wondering if you knew what we were getting ourselves into, if it was like a similar thing to the Eye, or if it was totally different, or if we're fucked.
I know that there's something, but that's why I'm here, I presume, is to help you through that.
Great.
I don't know what it is, but I assume I am hopefully entirely suited for it.
I have, unsarcastically, I have faith in you.
Good. Great. I mean, I do, but have faith in me as well. There's not really much. Yeah. I mean, I assume if Zirian sent me here, I assume it's something that I can do.
Cool. Okay. I'm gonna go get the captain so that we can leave.
Can I keep this book?
What book is it?
It's a book about like compositions of stars, like the magical and mundane properties of different celestial bodies.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Cool.
X is still reading, but is gonna follow you to the captain or to everyone else.
Guys, you know, I just realized why I had 40-something hit points.
Why?
I was on the wrong character sheet.
That'll do
That
it.
took no damage.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Wait,
It
whose
took
sheet were you
none.
on? Anybody I know?
I was on Honey's, just Honey before the class switch. I was like, I haven't had advantage on Arcana in forever. What the fuck is happening? I understand now. Okay, going to find the captain.
I am probably on the deck of the ship, staring longingly up at the stars. Because who hasn't? Am I right, kids? Yeah.
Hello, Captain.
Hey,
Your navigator.
you called me captain. It's unnerving. Is everything okay?
No,
Oh, it's
just
fine.
your navigator reporting for duty. I have a map.
Nice. Sick.
It's gonna take like 10 days to get there. Maybe less if we go fast.
Okay. I think. I mean, I probably walked around and did inventory, Mara. I'm assuming we're well stocked.
Oh yeah, you're all good.
Cool. Yeah, that is fine. We're all ready for that leg.
Great.
So.
Also, there's some sort of thing waiting for us there. I don't know what it is. Neither does X.
Yeah, it's like a kind of test sort of thing.
I thought you meant like a guy.
I have no idea. Maybe.
Could be a guy. Maybe a guy
Could
administers
be
the test.
a guy. Could be a god. Could
Okay,
be a
do you want
demon.
me to-
Could just be a vibe check.
Could be a vibe check. Could be an astral vibe check. We don't know.
Okay.
Neither
Do
of
you
us
want
know.
me to ask my kind of holds up the hand with the leaves on it?
Oh, it'll
Sure.
probably be fine. Oh,
No,
okay.
no, never mind.
Mixed signals. Big signals.
I think
I'll probably.
I would like to be
I'll just
prepared.
go.
I like knowing
Yeah.
what's happening. So if you could do that, that'd be cool.
Yeah. I could try. Do we want to go and then I'll do it just in case it's not like. Do you want me to do it now?
No, we can set off before we do it.
Okay.
Whatever the
okay.
test is, though, I can handle it.
Yeah,
Whatever the
X
thing
has
is.
got
That's-
it.
Yeah,
That's-
I'm sure.
yeah.
I'm sure.
But I just
But yeah,
want to
feel
know
free to
just in
ask
case.
if you want.
Yeah.
I gotta say, you guys are really like exuding a nervous energy, and it's making me nervous. So I'm gonna need you guys to like go take a lap or something while I do this. Okay?
Well, I need to help
Okay.
you.
I mean,
I'll
I could take off.
Okay.
Just
Well, no,
do
I
a
need
quick
to.
lap. Just do a quick lap. You're stressing. I
I
love you.
need
You're
to.
stressing
No,
me
but
out.
I have like a
Okay,
whole
I'm
magic
gone.
thing to help you when we take off. I need to be
Okay.
within 10 feet. I'm gonna take a lap here, just on the deck.
Well, don't just walk in circles around me because that's gonna stress me out more.
Okay, I'll walk
So
in a
definitely don't do
10-foot
that.
circle around you.
That's worse. Don't take a lap. I take it back. Just stand right there, and I'm not.
Do
gonna
I
walk
also
into
need
you
to
'cause
be
you stress me
taking a
out.
lap? X says from a distance as they started
Sure.
walking away.
Yeah,
Oh.
sure. You take a
Like a
that's
lap
fine.
lap, or am I supposed to be here?
Whatever sparks joy for you, X. Everybody take the lap that feels correct to them.
Just gonna
I'm
turn
gonna drive
around
the ship
in a
now.
circle.
No, but just. And it kind of turns around, and I'll mentally wake up my ship. Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Had a good rest. How are you?
Nice. Well, at the moment I'm stressed, but like not for any real reason, just sort of the energy on the deck. It's gonna be like 10 days, is that fine?
Yeah. Do you want me to go? I can go faster if you need me to.
That's like risky, and I'm so nervous right now that I actually don't feel comfortable doing that, but if that changes, I will let you know.
Okay.
Everyone's like acting real fucking weird, and it's getting under my skin a little bit.
Yeah.
so
Is somebody taking a lap?
There's
like,
several laps.
pacing. I feel.
I told them to take a lap, and somehow it made the energy worse. So
no. You could try jumping jacks.
I'll keep that one in my pocket.
Okay.
Thanks.
Or
Thanks, appreciate
push-ups or sit-ups. Those are the 3 exercises I
good.
know.
But, I mean, hey, for a ship, that's a surprising number of exercises.
Thanks. They would do like little warm-ups in the shipyard before they would get to the day. They do like stretches and then exercises to get all limber to like build me and stuff. So, yeah.
Well, we'll try to make more exercises happen so that you can know. Do you like knowing exercises or generally things?
I mean, I like knowing things.
Okay. Yeah, we'll start like reading books or something.
You're gonna read to me?
Yeah, I probably won't because I'm not good at reading out loud, but I'll get someone who's like good at it. Unless you want, I guess I can try. Hey, real quick, do you mind if I take off?
Oh yeah, sorry. I got
No, you're good. You're good. I just the longer we take to do it, the more stressed out I get.
Oh yeah, then let's go.
Cool. I would love to get this ship out of the dock.
Perfect.
Add a +5.
Nice. And hey, Mara, it's been a long time. Can you remind me? It's like a wisdom with proficiency or something, right?
Wisdom saving throw with proficiency.
Nice. My brain is huge. A saving throw? Oh, Jesus fuck.
I think
Is
it's
that a
just
good
check.
Jesus fuck?
It's
Oh.
I wish it was. Unfortunately, it's not. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16. You said saving throw or check?
No, it should be a check, because you're not wrestling the ship from anybody. It's a check.
I can do this. Okay, it came out to a slutty 20. We're fine. We're good.
Hell yeah.
The
dude.
DC is so
it was
low.
a 7 on the
It's
die,
so
but we're good.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you feel the Copper Dawn kind of come to life. There's a little bit of like more excited energy about the Copper Dawn than usual. You think the premise of having a story read is really getting your ship excited for this next adventure. And you start taking off.
Yeah.
Is there, as you are kind of rising above, the city and the planet comes into view. You watch again as they fade away. All of these different mismatched chunks and pieces of planet swirl around each other and get too close, and then magic bursts forth and writes the course, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful, almost dance that you watch as you walk away or as you fly away. And it's no wonder that this system became known for its art and its music, because just how beautiful this is. There's true beauty in the chaos, and as you float to the portal that will bring you into the Astral Sea, the silver cords start to come from the back of your neck, connect all together, twine, kind of braid together, and connect to the prow of your ship, and you sail off into a place that was once extremely mysterious but has now almost become a second home to you all, the Astral Sea. Honey, as you enter, you feel almost like a little hand on your shoulder as you enter into the Astral Sea. A almost like welcome home feeling.
I'll cry.
And that's what's going on. We have a 10-day journey ahead. Is there anything anyone wants to do in these 10 days? We're going to do it all in a lump.
Can I ask just a quick question before we get into the
Absolutely.
10 days thing? When I was gone, did anybody tag the hot rods? Can I reset check their ship just to see?
We didn't.
Just
We
okay,
should
cool.
There was no tagging.
Next time. Forgot.
That's all.
Vanessa,
All right,
I
sorry.
forgot.
I think that Talia will come and show Reese all of the like sidewalk chalk that she bought, and it's just like, listen, so that way it's not permanent. So that way, if you ever want to, they can't like really get mad at us, because you can just wash it off super easy.
It's
you know?
true. It's true. It's just a couple of splashes away. That is
Exactly. But in the
I think
meantime,
that takes a long time to do, though. I think it is like washable, but that is it. You'd have to sit there and
Exactly.
color
It
in the
takes effort,
lines.
and they have to notice first.
No, I'm saying it takes effort from us to do that, like more than spray
well, it
paint or
would
anything
be
else.
Well worth it, honestly. I would do it in a
Yeah.
heartbeat. I'm not
Alright.
afraid of a little elbow grease, and
I
then
will
who knows
say-
how long it'll be on there till they notice, and then they can have just like, I don't know, whatever the fuck we want to draw on their boat for a
I will
really
say,
long time.
they do in the real world make spray paint sidewalk chalk. So you could have gotten some
Oh?
of that.
If
That is a thing that
Talia
exists.
saw any of that, abso-fucking-lutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
So like this is for the detail work, and then this pulls out the like can of like it's sidewalk chalk in a can. This is for the big stuff.
Talia, you're a fucking genius.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yeah, no, we get practicing on that. Also, I probably have to write a letter to that shithead. Even okay.
You guys seem like a dick. I don't know, just like the way he was walking, the way he looked from a distance, like seemed like
Yeah,
a
just very
total
like mousy,
dick.
Very
Yeah.
much like I don't see captain potential in that, but that's
Absolutely
their
not.
business.
No, it takes a very
Okay.
special kind of person to be a captain, and I just don't think he's got it.
Yeah.
Next time, just
I'm-
say the word. I didn't want to do anything this time without your say so because
I
it's your whole
appreciate
thing
that.
or whatever.
I
But
appreciate that.
I was
Yeah,
really
yeah.
tempted. So please, God,
I appreciate your restraint, and then
Thank
the
you.
second option, we'll see it through later. Once I get untied with all the situation,
yeah,
we'll
Yeah.
talk. Mhm.
Yeah. Figure it out.
All right, perfect. What's going on?
There are two things that I would like to do, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
One generally and one on screen. So first, I think Nova does sort of make a habit in a lot of these nights of sitting up in the crow's nest and just like telling like folk stories from the Castorian. Well, they weren't Castorian, but from their life growing up and with their family and all the stories about like how the constellations that she used to know like got in the sky and just sort of any kind of like folk tale or fairy tale that they would have been told growing up. She tells the ship. The other thing I would like to do is what I said I was gonna do. I would love to. What would happen if I just called my patron up? I would like to call him up.
Yeah, call him up.
I would love to do that. I'll probably go in like our little greenhouse and like turn out the lights and sit on the floor and just sort of breathe in the like fresh air and the smell of flowers and the smell of plants and just try to make that connection again.
Yeah, roll me just a d20.
I would love to
About
do
it.
that for you.
Let's see.
That's an 18.
Go ahead and add your spell attack modifier, just for fun.
Attack?
Yeah.
Oh,
not?
that's like a million. 25.
25. You haven't had a lot of conversation with your patron. You don't know much about your patron. All you know is that you were told to come here to find them. What is Nova expecting this connection to feel like? What is the anticipation here?
I mean, I think there's still like a part of Nova that remembers what their old patron was like and like all, shadowy figures and scary voices. And so I think there's still like a little bit of that expectation. And it's like merged in a very weird way with the last time they spoke to their patron, which was like a little bit of a voice and then writing on a map. And so I feel like Nova is like both expecting a voice and an answer and a person to talk to and not. Which I know isn't like mega helpful.
No, that's
But-
great. From your hand comes a little sprout. It starts off like almost like a seed in your hand, and it grows and spins, and eventually there's like a vine just kind of growing out of your palm, and it twists around your arm and kind of comes to rest, and a flower blooms on your shoulder. And you hear like trees rustling in the wind, and where a vine, wrapping around you has the potential to be incredibly unnerving, and you just feel almost like it's a friendly handshake almost. And you get the sense that you are being listened to.
I think Nova will kind of just like prop her hand up on their knee a little bit so as not to disturb the vine at all and just kind of hi again. It's been a while. We're heading to where you marked on the map. And my friend said that there might be some kind of test or thing to get through, and since it seemed like you wanted us to go there, I was wondering if maybe you might be able to shed some light on what that might be and what I should be preparing my crew for.
A little puff of pollen comes out of this flower, and it gently floats through the wind and then settles on the ground, and it forms words.
Mm-hmm.
And the words shift and change as they go. So first it just says, welcome. I'm so excited to finally see you again. And then it gets brushed away and comes back and resettles, and you hear, there's a reason no one trusts this land and no one comes to visit us anymore. And again, the pollen shifts and changes, kind of gets caught up in a whirlwind and settles again in front of you, and it says, it is merely a precaution, so we know who is coming and what their intentions are with those of us who reside here. And kind of, the pollen gets swirled up and picked up and carried back and lands on the flower again, almost repollinating it, and it grows a little bit. It gets a little bit more vibrant. The roots kind of go from your palm and run down and start to run down like your side and wrap around you and your leg and touches the floor of the ship. And from the flower, you hear a voice say, "But I'm glad to know you have help on your ship. And if your intentions are good and true, you have nothing to fear. I would not have agreed to this if I did not believe your intentions were good and pure."
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We should be there in a few days then. We haven't been able to get a lot of information on your planet. Are we able to, like, do we need anything to help us breathe? Are we able to, is there anything we should know?
Once you pass the test, all will be open to you. Fear nothing, and trust your feet to follow the path in front of you. Stay rooted and be ready to branch.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we'll be there soon. So.
The flower kind of... The petals close up a little bit, and it doesn't... It's not like it's decaying or shrinking. It just simply almost reverses. The vines from the bottom of the ship kind of crawl back up you and twist and turn in your palm. And as it pulls in, there's something left in your hand. And
no, I was gonna say I'll open it and look and see what it is.
There's a tiny silvery acorn sitting in your hand. And as you kind of look at it, there's just an ever so slight music that plays from it as it goes. It's not a song, it's more like a faint little humming that comes as you move it around, and this thing feels very familiar to you because it feels very much what it's like to be in the presence of V when she is using her magic.
Yeah. Can I tell the humming, is it like a person humming, or is it just like the noise of humming?
It's just the noise.
Okay. I think I'll kind of just look at it in my palm for a minute, and like I think Nova doesn't necessarily understand why they've been given this gift, but also like loves the feeling of that warmth of and having a little piece of it, and so we'll just kind of like tuck it in their shirt pocket very gently.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
I will go relay all of that, probably except the acorn, to the crew.
Beautiful. You all hear that story. I will say, as I think it takes you all a little bit to notice, and Talia, you're probably the one to notice it first. But after you hear this story, you and hear about the vine touching the deck of the ship, you notice that things are running just a little bit smoother, that you're going just a little bit faster. Almost as if your ship has been given like a little boost of encouragement. You'll now get there in one day less with no chance of anything going wrong.
Well, I mean, whatever you said to them, Nova, I think it worked because we're going quicker. And I didn't do that. So.
Hell yeah. I think maybe they're just, whoever they are, excited to have company? I guess. But like in a nice way, I think, and not a creepy way, probably.
Ideal.
True.
Yeah. Wasn't in a like we're gonna have you for dinner kind of thing or anything, right? You know?
No, it was more
Okay,
like
cool.
I'm really excited to see you again, and as long as you're not here to fuck our shit up, you'll be fine.
Oh.
Kind of way.
It's true of most places.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else people would like to do on this journey? Yes, honey.
Got 2 things. Number 1, I'm gonna make 6 more healing potions to re-up to 10.
Perfect.
Number 2, I would love to finally write a letter to the Castorian clan that I found out about like a month ago.
Yeah,
at
absolutely.
The library at the Crimson Blades.
Yes.
So I think Honey takes out a piece of paper and a pen, and this is what they write. And they're sending this to the Palo clan. So they go, "To whom it may concern. Hello, my name is Honey. I'm currently sailing with the Copper Dawn Pirates as a part of the Crimson Blades Guild. I have a connection with Isla, one that feels unlike anything I've felt before. It feels more like home than any home I've ever known. I know this is a strange request, but in doing research on this connection, I read about someone named Pamali, a descendant of Isla and a member of your clan. I would love to speak with them or one of their descendants. I have questions. I long for community. I'd love to speak to someone who understands. May the tides rise and fall in your favor, Honey." And I'll wrap it and put it in like a glass bottle, and instead of sending it through the mail jug, I'm gonna send it through the astral tides.
You drop this glass bottle off the side of the ship, and it kind of bobs in a invisible current for a little bit, and then you watch as like it gets kind of swept up and it shoots off, carried by the current to hopefully its destination.
Cool. Thanks.
What else going on?
I want to write a letter to Even.
I also want to write a letter. Are we all just having like little letter
Little
writing
letters?
session?
Yeah.
Everybody just
I didn't get
their
the
little
memo.
letters
I don't have any
together.
letters.
I don't have anyone to write letters to,
Okay.
so.
We'll give you a
I don't write
craft.
letters to each other.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll leave it at each other's door. Mine, I would like it to, there's like 3 pages. They're like, probably like little like cards, right?
Yeah.
And it says, the first one says like, "Dear Even, Papa Jimmy and Margaret love the pastries your wife made. I would love to exchange some family recipes." And it has like a recipe underneath of like different kind of like, just one recipe for one kind of pastry, and then the next one is another recipe, and the third one is actually the letter from Reese that they want to write, which is change of timeline, unexpected trip, also need more details from you, and then they go, and I think like at first they probably like write an R and then they scribble it out and they're like, you know who it is. And then the next one is another recipe, so like through the package, like nobody can really see it. And then it says on the letter itself, it's to Even from Auntie Carol.
Perfect. I love that. And just as a little thing, one of the recipes you send is a delicious cheese Danish recipe.
Yeah. All the recipes are legit and they're actually really good.
Oh
They're
yeah.
actually really good. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. And you are able to send that off. I will say that you, like 2 days after you send it, you get a response. And it says, to Auntie Carol. And you open it, and it's just a, it's a page torn from, like, an encyclopedia sort of thing as far as you can tell.
Mm.
And it's ripped out, and scribbled on one side is, like, thought you might find this interesting, looking into it, signed E. And you, turn the page over, and on the other side is a description of, portals. Like, sort of like an astral portal, portals to other planes. But, as you're kind of reading over it, you get to the bottom, and there's a note, there, sort of like a footnote that says, until about 150 years ago, we were able to predict locations for this. This is no longer possible. It seems they're becoming more and more random.
Oh, so the portals themselves are becoming unpredictable.
Mm-hmm. And you see that, that little footnote area is kind of underlined by, presumably by even, and has a little question mark by it.
I think Reese opens this up and is like, what kind of fucking details is this? And I think they scratch their head about it a little bit, and then I think they go and they take it to Honey.
Hi,
Hey.
hello, step into my office.
Hello, thank you. Wow, ooh, it's nice.
Thank
It's very
you.
nice. So I messaged that person that had stopped me in public to try and even, you know, that name ring a bell?
Oh.
That dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seemed like he was on a time crunch, so I let him know I'm not in town anymore. And I wanted more details about the situation of how they want to do this overthrow thing for their captain, and this is what they sent me back.
Mara.
Yeah.
What are the odds I own this book?
Roll me a d20.
Can I assist if I see them
Yeah,
looking?
rolled advantage.
16. I rolled a 2 and a 16, so thank you for the advantage.
Hell yeah. You own it.
Great. I'm gonna find it on my shelf and pull it and try and find, like, is there like a page number in the lower corner?
Yeah, it's page
A big book.
573.
Great. I'll flip to page 573, and then I'll flip back to the beginning of the chapter, and I'll kind of skim to get more context on what this is talking about. Like, what portals is this talking about?
So you flip through, and what you find is that this is specifically, at least this portion, is talking about, like, demiplanes and pocket dimension. And how, like, it's a lot of history about, like, how they were discovered, and, you know, how people have been able to use them, and how some magicians and wizards and sorcerers are able to, like, create them and make them, and they can be all sorts of sizes, you know, like the little one you have with your new carpet, that creates a little dimension inside, and how some of them are huge, and how some people get sent to them, and all of this. But this book was published 3-5 years ago, somewhere in that range, so pretty recent. And it also talks a lot about how, these like established rules about pocket dimensions and like planar shifting and all of that have been getting messed with. Things they thought were true about this have been proven to no longer be true. There's a lot of study going on a planet called Mova in the Kalaran system, which is looking into this, and it seems that throughout the past, 125 years or so, there have been instances of smaller pocket dimensions and portals to other planes of existence appearing out of nowhere and staying for an unspecified amount of time. Some of them, one has been there for like 3 years. Some of them are there for moments. And people have been, pulled into them or fell into them, or they opened up and like swallowed a bunch of people and closed again. But all in like very rare instances, and all of them on a planet.
On a specific planet?
No, just like none recorded have taken place like in the Astral Sea. They've all just happened on land, essentially.
But this was published 3 to 5 years ago.
Yes.
Okay. So, oh no, was there more?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
You're all good.
So I think that Even thinks, and I don't know if we're going to trust this man as far as we can throw him. However, I think that Even thinks that these portals are no longer stuck to planets. That they might be opening in the Astral Sea, sucking these people in, and that's why they're disappearing.
Oh, like, okay, the pirates that are on sea are disappearing because of these portals? Is that what you're saying?
That's my best guess, because that's what he wants you to solve, right? The disappearances. So that they can join the guild or whatever.
Yeah.
Even though that was a bold-faced lie. However, that's what I'm thinking he's trying to tell you.
Okay. Interesting. Well, maybe I'll it's an idea at least someone can look into. Yeah. You think I should...
By someone, do you mean me?
Well, it wouldn't be just you alone. If it's it would be, I mean, us.
Well, no, I would like to look into this.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I mean, you were off. That was you like volunteering. Yeah, if you'd like to, please go. Yeah, go ahead. Books are not my favorite thing, so if you're into that, then yeah.
Were you with us when we solved this mystery? When we talked to, what was his name? Homer from the Holy Sails? I can't remember if you, Sweet, were there or not.
And Homer was the missing pirate, not the guy you talked to.
Oh, Hans from the Holy Sails. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. For some reason that's
I think
not
that was
ringing.
last session.
bells.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, great.
Reese, in theory, was there, but Reese could have been daydreaming.
Yeah. We talked to Hans, a local pirate from this group of 4 clerics who are called the Holy Sails, which I think is a great fucking pirate name for a group of clerics. However, their friend Homer went missing, and before they disappeared, Hans got a message that said, "It's all in the pocket."
In the pocket dimension. I see. Damn. Okay, Reese. That Reese even might actually be onto something, huh? He's not that much of a twerp. Okay.
Let me see if I can find maybe some sort of magic that we can use to maybe locate these portals when they show up. Because if we can figure out how to find them, we can maybe start figuring out why they're coming, when they're coming. And not to toot my girlfriend's horn, she's got some pretty fucking cool magic, and she might be able to get us out of there if we do get sucked into one.
Listen, toot away. Understood. Listen, if it's saving our asses, I'm all for it. I think that's great. Is there anything I can do to help you I'm a good passer. I can look, and he picks up a book and like passes it over to you. I'm good at that.
Great. Yeah. Maybe let's deal with like the big scary part of space that no one's allowed to go into. Maybe let's deal with that first. And then once we wrap that up, then we can come back to this. I'll put a pin in this. Honey dog ears the chapter of the book because they have no respect for books. They write in them and dog ear them and mark them up all the time, rip pages out of them. That's just Honey. So they dog ear and like take a pen and like draw a big circle around the passage. And we'll fold it and put it aside on their messy desk.
That's great. Thank you so much. Thank you, honey. Also, congrats on the relationship. It's been a second. I know you guys have been like together. Just wanted to say that. That's just really nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's hard to shift through to figure that out. So I'm glad that y'all have done that.
She's great.
Yeah, you both are amazing. All right, well,
blushing a little bit.
I give like a little pat on the.
Okay, thanks. Okay. We can't hear you anymore, sweet.
Oh, hello?
Oh, now I can hear you.
Oh, I just say they pat you on the shoulder and they just walk
All
out.
Right. Thanks, Reese. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Beautiful. Anything else anyone is doing on this 10-day journey? This is your last chance.
I would like to I think Talia takes some time and just like writes a letter to her parents. Nothing like too crazy, just is literally like recounting the entire like, fight with the Astral Dreadnought, and then we're doing the murder mystery things, and is just like doing what she always used to do in her letters to her dad, just of info dumping and like word vomiting about whatever fucking crazy ass adventure she's been on. But this time she gets to address it to both of her parents, which is like really nice. And we'll kind of just mention, and hey, like we might be in town in a little, and then like stops, and then like, well, I think it's probably like sitting in like on the deck as she's writing this, and we'll kind of look up to Nova and is like, hey, Nova.
Yeah, babe. What's up?
So like obviously I know we don't really know how long we're gonna be in the Scythelands and what's gonna happen, but on the way back, I don't know where we're gonna be going after that. But if we can like I feel very silly and selfish to ask, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. If we could like swing by the stellar system, do you think that's something we could do?
Sure. Like you said, I don't know where we're going, so we can just decide that's where we're going.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm the captain. I can do that. So we're going there.
Yay! Thank you. Okay, my captain said yes, so maybe in the next couple weeks I can. And it's just like, yeah, I just want to, actually go home and see what home is. Figure it out. But slay. And then we'll just finish writing that letter and send it off. So that's thing one. And then thing two is I'm gonna go find him a partner at some point and be like just has a bunch of like magical supplies and is like, hey, do you still want to do that research with your points to the tattoos?
Oh shit, yeah
Okay, we can give it a go then.
There's been so much happening.
Yeah, busy couple days.
Reese just came and talked to me about some wild information that they got from that asshole Even.
That dickwad? Yeah, what?
Yeah,
what
the douche canoe.
Mm-hmm.
Something about demiplanes and pocket dimensions and how
it's in the pocket.
It's all in the pocket.
It's all in the pocket. It's all in the pocket.
And how established rules of pocket dimensions and planar shifting have been fucked in recent history. And portals keep appearing out of nowhere and then disappearing, and some stay for moments and milliseconds, and some stay for years.
Someone changing the laws of astral physics?
I think so.
That's so fucking cool.
It's terrifying, but it's awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we still want to look into this, if we could swing it, I mean, Just gotta find one that's open long enough. And
Maybe
just
this
kinda...
has something to do with it.
Maybe? Alright, is there any way that you want to do this, or what do you want to get out of this? What are you looking for? Can help me kind of
I
direct
just like
all my
open
stuff.
the porthole in my office to let some of the astral breeze in. And I'll just like clear my desk off.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay if you don't know. That just means that we're open up to a lot of possibilities. We're open up to a lot of things.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see what we see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, whenever you're ready, if I may. Okay. And we'll start... Fuck it. I'm gonna legend lore the shit out of everything now, Mara. I'm so sorry
No,
in
you're good.
advance
It's
for
great.
how horrible it's gonna be. And we'll start casting legend lore, specifically focusing on these tattoos, their nature, the nature of the planets that are depicted, and just anything else that I can get.
Absolutely. Before we get started, it's been so long. Would you remind us, Honey, what your tattoos look like?
Yeah, so Honey has now a full sleeve on one arm, which is the same arm that they're missing the ring finger on, where parts of their skin are missing and instead have been replaced with starlight. And they are kind of like geometric pieces, but it's also a specific like line of planets that Honey doesn't know about. But yeah, it's the almost like the overlapping of different planets orbits within each other, mixed with like cool shapes.
Can flavor how I'm casting this legend lore. I think that part of it is Talia kind of just examining Honey's arm very closely, and then taking just a small little piece of like a sparkly sidewalk chalk, and then just starts like recreating it on the table a little bit, and is trying to kind of like puzzle everything out and trying to draw it as exactly as she can.
Perfect. You start casting this over Honey's arm, and as you're doing this, the light that is kind of emanating from these markings gets really bright for a second and kind of like hovers off of Honey's arm. And so you've got this tattoo almost hovering in the air like a projection almost, and it goes, and you are all of a sudden pulled towards a map on one of the shelves in this room, Talia.
I think just without saying anything, just immediately goes for it. And says, just give me one. Let me just kind of grab and
Yeah, you lay it out under this floating swirl of just like pure astral light and energy, and it shrinks down, kind of rotates a little bit, and it settles on the map and kind of blends into it. And as you're looking, you see that it lines up perfectly with a place called the Kiss. You look at it, and you start to learn things about the Kiss. As you're, it is a place where the Whisper system and the Shadow system kind of meet and touch and overlap. It is a sort of magically volatile place, not like because it's evil or whatever, but just simply because like it's where two systems meet, so things get a little wonky. But it's lined up like that, and you see that there's one part where like a little star is twinkling a little bit brighter than the others, and it is smack dab in the very center of the kiss, where these places intersect and intertwine, just right in that center, in that pure swirl of chaos and energy and love, right? It's called the kiss because these two gods love each other, right? It's where they meet, it's where they intersect. And honey, you remember this moment where you were speaking with the Astral Sea, and it said that the one thing about you is you are so good at loving people. And you feel just warmth radiating over you, and you almost feel a tug there. But it's not like a little kid kind of tugging on your arm like, come on, let's go, right? It's not this like anxious tug. It's just a little bit of almost, but not quite, homesickness, but in the way of like, when you're coming home from a long trip and it's just that excitement, like, oh, I'm gonna pee in my own toilet and take a shower in my own shower and be in my own bed, just that kind of feeling of like, finally. And from this legend lore, you learn a little bit about the Whisper and Shadow system, and how, they came to be, and a little bit about the deities as well. And you, I will DM you a bunch of lore about that right now. It's too much to go over in the time we have. But yeah, and the projection kind of fades from the map and return to Honey's arm. And as it comes back, that feeling of comfort and home kind of settles in you, but no stronger than when you look at Talia.
No. It's, that was something. That was like, I feel like your god stuff and my god stuff, it's like when you take two microphones and you put them up against each other and it's just big, you know?
I don't know about that. I feel like more it's like when you take yellow paint and blue paint and they make green. Right? When you put microphones next to each other, it's a loud feedback. It's bad. But when you take colors and you mix them together, it's better.
I like yours better.
Thanks.
But I'll explain everything later, but TLDR, God of Life and God of Rebirth, smooching, and there's a spot in the middle, and I think that's maybe where, if you want some more answers, it'd be a good spot to check out.
I think for the first time in my life that I can remember, I've got more ways to get answers than I have questions.
So excited. I'm just so excited for you.
Thank you. Really. I know this is big magic.
You bankrolled it, so.
I did, it's true.
I'm happy to just be the vessel guy, you know? Plus, it's pretty fun, if I'm being completely honest. It's kind of cool, so.
You do good at it.
Thank you. I try my best. Ugh, honestly, I'm very excited to see what the fuck a Scytheland is, and what's in there. But I'm also really excited for after, because we're going to hit the stellar system, and then we can hit this, and then we can figure out what's going on with the pirates, and then we can just kind of, you know?
Do you think there's going to be actual sites?
I mean, I really hope so, because if there aren't, I'm going to be super disappointed at this point. I was kind of hoping to get like a little commemorative keychain or something with a little scythe on it.
I know.
Thought that would be cool.
I'm not feeling gift shop vibe, but we could make you one.
Thank you. I mean, how good can it be if they don't have a gift shop, right?
You have a point.
Gotta be souvenirs or something. A little postcard.
Will you stay with me a bit longer?
As long as you want. Till you get sick of hearing me just talk about literally anything.
Hope you're ready to sit in that wooden chair forever. And I'm going to start pulling books out and start reading.
Beautiful.
Imagine if
Last-
X wasn't there the whole time.
Probably. I just assume that if we don't know where you are, you're just under the desk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Last call.
So X, as the days have been getting closer, has been getting a little bit more anxious, just at the prospect of the unknown. And I think once we get like 1 or 2 days out when we're pretty in the clear, like we haven't had any major delays and we don't think we'll have any, X is gonna send a letter. No name on the recipient. It's addressed to a specific location on Orphea in the Shadow System. And it just has the coordinates and approximate time that we think we would cross over into the Scythelands. And says, will update when I return. And the letter itself is folded and there's a giant X on it before it's sealed. And they send that off. And then they're probably just, taking some laps.
Yeah. It is on one of those laps that you are taking. It's mid-morning. You've all just finished breakfast. The dogs are playing, wrestling with each other. Matilda is holding her fish, laying on the side of the ship super lazily. Esteban is trying to play with the dogs, but then gets a little scared and skittish and retreats behind Matilda, who just kind of pushes him back out there. Scratch is being a very dutiful, chief archduke watchdog attorney at Paw.
Yeah.
Keeping an eye out, being very good about it. And in the distance, as you all are enjoying what's a pretty chill day out in the Astral Sea, in the distance, you see a giant, shimmering astral gate in the sky. You know you have reached the Scytheland. You can almost see through it to, there's the shadow of a planet beyond. However, in front, almost, transparent, is a field of green energy that you must pass through before you get to the portal. It's about as far as it was represented on the map, this circle. As you move towards it, the very front of your ship touches this layer of green energy. And you all, even those of you who have not connected with the ship in this way, have not had a conversation with the ship, hear her just sigh in contentment and feel like a sort of excited humming energy coming through. The ship rattles a little bit, and as the piece of where all of your silver cords combine with the ship's, as that passes through, you all find yourselves standing in a forest. Your ship is nowhere to be seen. You felt no transformation. You felt no shift. Just one moment you are on the deck of your ship, and the next you are surrounded by some of the tallest trees that you have ever seen. Off in the distance walks a deer, 40 feet tall, antlers ginormous, raising from. You see a rabbit hop by the size of one of you, disappearing into bushes that are bigger than some of the inns you've stayed in. And you find yourselves tiny among this huge foliage. And the leaves start to rustle, and the wind picks up, and behind you, you hear a twig snap. And that is where we are going to take our break. So make sure you don't go anywhere as we figure out what is going on in the Scythelands. Don't change that Twitch channel. We'll be right back. welcome back. I hope you had a lovely break. I hope your bladders and bowels were emptied and your tummy was filled with good food and water. May blessings be upon you.
And also upon you.
Thank you. And we're going to hop right back in. You're in this giant ash forest. You look around, you see all of these giant creatures, and the forest feels just so alive, and you feel so small. And as you look through the tree canopy, you see that it's twilight. It's almost sunset. You're losing the daylight, so to speak. And even though it was mid-morning when you left, you're feeling really tired. Like you just spent a whole day hiking through these woods. You feel a little sore, you feel a little sleepy, and you realize that on each of your backs, where you would normally have your gear and your weapons, you just have hiking, backpacking, camping supplies.
Can I touch a tree?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, he just reaches out full palms to touch a tree.
It feels like a regular tree. The tree does, like, shiver and twitch a little bit, but texture of the regular old, like, oak tree.
Mm.
Just to clarify, can we see each other or are we all alone?
You're all together, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anybody else missing all of their shit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cool.
Like we're a small fish in a big pond.
I pull a Cliff Bar out of my bag.
Whoa! Holy shit! They got snacks in here.
Currently.
Oh, my apprehension is gone.
They're called ravine bars, not cliff
ravine
bars.
Sure.
Well,
Okay.
Can I guess, roll an investigation, please? These are really tall trees, right? We've never seen trees like these before.
Yeah,
Is there
roll
any
it.
more information? Great.
Everyone can roll whatever feels good to you if you're figuring out what's going
I
on.
want to make a
Can I
nature
roll a D12?
check.
Yeah.
If I wanted to try and find a compass in my stuff, would that take an investigation check or could I just do that?
You have one.
Nice. When everyone's done with their rolls, I'd like to look at it.
I got a
All right.
16 perception check, and if I can, I'm just trying to see to the tops of the trees if it feels like there's enough of like a break in the canopy that maybe somebody with a fly speed could possibly get to if they wanted to get up there and get a look at the lay of the land.
It's tall, but you could get there. There's places you could see through.
Like,
What would it be if I wanted to sort of, like, chart a path? Or, like, figure out which direction we need to go?
I'd say that's a survival check.
Okay. I got a nat 20.
Oh,
Hell
nice.
yeah.
For a total of 20.
Nice.
Nice. Reese got a 4 on his investigation, so he just taps the bark and goes, "That's an oak." That right there.
Perfect.
I got a 23 nature. I'm trying to figure out if this is real, if it's fake, what of it is real and what of it is magical and fake, and where are we?
So valid. Alright, so with the I'm holding on to that nat 20 survival check.
In my
We'll get
pocket.
there. Putting it, I'm keeping it right here in my, if I had a pocket, it would sit right here. With that 23, it looks real, smells real, feels real. If you want to lick the ground, it tastes real.
I think I'm good.
It's very much like, if it is magic, it is some really powerful magic to be able to trick you this good, and it's more likely that it's real than it is like a powerful illusion, just with how immersed you are in this world.
Does it smell like the smell that I got when we were on the ship?
Indeed it does.
Okay.
You're taking out your compass.
Yeah. What? First of all, I guess, what is it pointing north? Does it seem to be pointing towards something else?
No, seems to be pointing north.
All right. Can I kind of like look at the woods around us in the direction? Because I feel like balancing my 8 intelligence with my fucking, what is my 18 wisdom here? Does it seem like the path pointing north is like there is a path at all? I'm thinking whatever's putting us in this will want us to go in a direction, and what better way to do that than via a compass? Trying to determine if that's the correct assumption to be making.
Yeah, there is a path heading like in a northeasternly direction. And that is like the only, that's the like path you were all facing when you like appeared here. There is one heading southwest behind you. So just depends on which way you want to go.
Okay, I'll just kind of turn to the group and like look in one direction, look at the other direction. Do we have a preference? Compass is pointing that way.
If we want, I could go up top and take a peek real quick, see if I can
Sure.
see anything. All right,
Can't hurt.
see ya, and we'll like fucking just Superman rocket up to the tops of the trees and take a look out.
It takes a bit for you to get there because these are really tall trees. You know, they put like the redwoods to shame. And you get to the top and you look around and it is dense canopy. From, you know, you're looking down and like from like a bird's eye view, so to speak, it looks like the forest is big and you're regular size. Like, it doesn't seem like it's you shrunk down to be in a big forest. It's like
This is just a big wood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha.
And in the distance, you see one tree standing miles above the rest. Its leaves are like disappearing into the clouds. Its trunk is unimaginably thick. There are a bunch of other trees kind of keeping like close to it, but there's like an open ring around it. It's covered in vines and flowers that are absolutely huge and are still dwarfed in comparison to this giant tree. And it's in a northeasternly direction from where you are.
Looking back, like southwest, do I see any other like landmarks or anything, or is it just kind of continuing forest?
Continuing forest.
Okay.
Almost. Give me a quick perception check while you're up here.
I would love to. Nothing would spark more joy. That is a 27. No, 25. Sorry.
25.
Still good though.
You get, as you're looking, it's hard to tell at first because the woods just go on forever, but it almost looks like repeating chunks. Like, it's a little hard to tell because of how random it is, but it looks like it's just the same couple
Copy
miles
paste.
repeated over and over and over as far as the eye can see.
Interesting. They didn't want to render the rest of it. Kind of come back down to the group. Okay, so pointing northeast or northwest or whichever the north one, and big fucking tree, like bigger than all of these big fucking trees that way. Not really a whole lot that way as far as I could tell. But other than being massive, these woods are a little weird. Like, it kind of looked like like if somebody made them, they kind of lost creative steam and were kind of just like remaking the same couple of trees over and over again, if that makes sense. Like usually all the trees are like different, but these guys kind of looked like eerily the same. So I don't know what that means, if it means anything.
I didn't get a
Not really a tree
magical
guy.
vibe from any of it. It all seems pretty real.
You know, I'm not really a tree guy, so
I mean, it's got to be at
No,
least a little magical because we were like on the ship and then we weren't. So there's got to be magic in there somewhere.
It doesn't feel like an illusion. It all feels real.
well, in that case, the one
I've
big
heard of-
fucking tree might be real, and we could check that out.
Yeah.
I think that's a good place as any to
Yeah.
start.
Big tree.
Big tree.
Big
Mhm.
tree.
Big tree.
Big tree.
X with your nat 20 earlier. You like feel in your heart the truth that the big tree is where you're supposed to go. You also become acutely aware that you are losing the sun, and X has gone through a lot of adventures in a lot of life cycles. But you remember a assignment before this in this life where you had to, you were hiking through the woods, you had to go somewhere and save this thing and fix this other thing, and it was,
Yeah, typical Tuesday.
right, exactly. But part of what made that journey so dangerous was you were on a time limit, and so you had to push often, and it became really dangerous at night. And so with your nat 20, you kind of get a survival instinct of it's not just that you have to get to this tree, right? You feel almost like that past quest you went on, for lack of a better term, was like preparation, was training for this moment for you, as if Zirian knew that you would have to face something like this in the future, and that is why you were chosen specifically to come here, is that it's not just about getting to the tree, it's about kind of living within this forest on the way there.
It's
a
about
long-
the journey, not the destination.
You're so true.
Oh my god. Well, we're losing daylight. Or whatever is the equivalent of daylight here. We should get going.
Really quick, can everybody see in the dark, just in case we lose any more of it?
No, but I can do this. I pick
Well-
up a rock and I make it glow.
Well, I can, if anybody can't and would like to, just in case, I can share my dark vision with.
I have 60
Oh.
feet. If you had more, I'd appreciate it.
I
Let me
can't see
actually
shit.
look at how much of my. Oh yeah, I have dark vision that ranges up to 300 feet, and I can share that with 1, 2, 3, 4, all of you if you would like, just so that
Amazing.
way we
Yes,
can see a little bit better.
please.
Okay,
Yeah,
everybody,
be
just
great.
huddle in a little bit within 10 feet, and your eyes will kind of glow this like whitish blue, and for a split second, everybody else's does as well. And I imagine it kind of is like taking off a pair of sunglasses after being like outside at the beach on a long day, and it's like you can actually like see things again. Yeah, now you all have 300-foot range dark vision for the next how long? God, I think it's an hour, but it's better than not having it.
I'll put out my rock light.
Be gentle with the rocks and the trees.
I'll give it a little kiss and I'll put it back on the ground very gently.
And you all begin to walk. It's a little disconcerting at first because everything is so big. You feel like you've been walking for so long, and it looks like you have not really gotten anywhere just because of the size comparison, you walk for an hour and you're like 4 trees down. Right, it's a kind of a trippy space to be in. But you keep walking. There isn't as much of a sinister vibe as you may have experienced in your previous life, like walking through woods, like, oh, something's gonna get us. It's a nice walk. It's there's like soft little like lights glinting in the trees, and it's hard to tell if they're like fireflies or just like some magical light stuff going on, and it not enough to like light your way, but just create like a very pretty kind of fairy light effect in these trees. You're starting to get really tired, your backpacks are really heavy, but you're still going on, getting ever closer to the tree, however long it takes you, and however much you feel like you haven't made that much progress.
As she's going, Talia will kind of just like take Honey's hand and just start like kind of swinging a little bit. Like, she's enjoying this walk. This is gorgeous. It's my favorite time of day. It's twilight, my whole deal. And it's just like, this is like, I don't know. I was expecting something like really spooky, but this is kind of cool.
I don't know. Something feels weird about this all.
Oh, I mean, definitely. But it's not bad weird yet, I don't think.
I don't know. It's hard to tell the difference between bad weird and weird weird.
It's fair. It's fair.
Especially when I feel like we don't have all the information we need to make an educated opinion about it all.
Oh, definitely not. Yeah. Got like tiny little one twig in a whole forest, basically, you know?
Yeah, but I'm glad you're having fun.
Thanks. I don't know. Figure if everything goes to shit, I might as well have fun before it does, right?
I'm just hoping it doesn't go to shit.
You can hope for the best of both of us, then.
Okay, well.
After a little while.
I would love to try and do something.
Yeah. What you doing?
I would love to cast Find Steed.
Perfect.
And I want to summon a horse made out of stars.
Amazing. We'll get to that in 2 seconds.
Great.
As you're walking and this conversation is happening, Nova, you see V stop for a second and kind of look over, and a large gray rabbit kind of comes out and like sniffles V a little bit, and V just like puts a little hand on it and like strokes the rabbit, and the rabbit runs off, and V just kind of turns to you and is like, "This is pretty cool." Pretty cool place.
Yeah, a lot of very big things. Still cool.
It feels, I don't know, it feels like it, wants to be cared for, I think.
You think so?
Yeah. I think so.
I mean, I don't know how we're gonna fit a 6-foot-tall rabbit on the ship, but alright, if you say so.
Not the rabbit, the forest.
Yeah. You're not thinking of retiring already, are you?
Never.
Okay. Well then, we'll put in a good word with a gardener or something. Start poking around. Forester? I think that's what they're called. People who live in the... Yeah.
And as that conversation happens, booking it through the forest here comes crashing through leaves, is a regular sized horse, a little bit bigger, like more of like a draft horse than like a race horse kind of energy, comes bursting out of the leaves made full of starlight and just kind of settles in front of Honey and like stomps a hoof and snorts.
Okay.
I did that.
Oh,
I just wanted
Okay.
to see if it was also going to be giant.
big, but it's like regular big. I think.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Kind of bends its head down and kind of does that like nodding thing that horses do.
Can I get on you? My legs hurt.
Kind of snorts a little bit and trots over to where there's like a fallen, probably just like a fallen stick that's like 2 feet around, is like almost a step for you to get up on the horse.
Fuck
Kind of
yeah.
steps by it.
I'm gonna get up on this horse.
And it
Sorry guys, I got a magic horse.
That's. You don't have to be sorry. That's really cool.
It's a neat horse.
Thank you. I made it myself.
it's not picking it
Good
up.
work.
The horse
I'm
says.
imagining some really baller horse noises.
Yeah.
I am taking name suggestions if anybody has any.
Ooh.
Sparkle.
Perfect.
That's a good one.
Let's
I love
go,
it.
Sparkle.
You continue on. Eventually the light fades completely and you are in a very dark woods, save for the magical light that is surrounding you all. It's because of the tree canopy, I think this is the first time in a long time that you haven't been able to like look up or look out a window and see the stars. That is something you are very used to. And you look up and it's just dark foliage overhead.
I will summon dancing lights to like resemble the stars so that, and specifically over Talia's head so that she doesn't get sad.
She did start to get a little bit sad and is just looking at the lights and is like, I guess these are okay for now.
If you can't see real stars, store-bought will do.
As we're walking, I would love it if Reese had like just heard a little bit of V and Nova's conversation. I'm just like, oh, okay, taking care of the forest. And as they're walking from their little water canteen, they'll randomly just like drop little water on like the roots of these trees and stop and wait and see if like anything happens. Like, all right. And they randomly do that as they're walking. They probably go through a good quarter, like a good like more than half of their water. But yeah.
X definitely
Just-
sees that at some point and just kind of smirks to themselves.
Reese swears they're a scientist.
Eventually, you all come to a little clearing, and it would be a great place to camp, and so you can all kind of decide if you want to push on and take a level of exhaustion, or camp for the night. It is fully up to you.
Question. When I was up above the canopy, did I get any kind of sense of how far away Big Tree was? Like,
Pretty far.
pretty far? Okay, yeah. Then I think I'll share that and say I think maybe we might want to pace ourselves. I usually am a let's fucking go person, but that tree looked really far.
I've
Sure.
found myself in a similar situation to this journey, and I think it would be wise not to push ourselves too far too early.
Yeah, I agree. I do think
Yeah.
we should take watches though, just out of an
Yeah.
abundance of caution.
Yeah.
In the similar situation, did you have any clue what you were supposed to be doing? Because I still don't really know.
I think the not knowing is part of the purpose of the journey.
not very good at not knowing things.
Well, this is a chance to improve that skill. Do we have any methods of keeping warm that wouldn't include a fire?
I can make a fire that doesn't keep you warm, but not the reverse, unfortunately. I mean, I think I'll be okay. The tieflings run pretty hot.
We can cuddle. That's pretty much
Yeah.
all I've got for you.
Yeah.
Just like the old days.
Old days, we cuddled like 2 nights ago.
2 days is a long time, Nova, okay? For a whole 48 hours, it's been a while.
Yeah. I think what we got are cloaks and cuddling.
Yeah, is it
Other
Mara? Is it
forms.
like super cold out here? Like, what's the?
It's not like, I know my definition of cold is very
Sure.
different than all of yours, but it's not that cold. But it is nighttime. There's a light breeze. Like, it's like, oh man, it would be nice to have a little blankie or something kind
Sure.
of energy.
Do we
We're
have
not in like
blankies?
freezing territory.
Yeah, I think we should just...
Do we have blankies in our supplies?
Yeah, you can take off your backpacks. There's like bedrolls, blankets. It's like a full, like anything you would find in like explorers kits, like starter pack in D&D. You have that. There's a bedroll. You could get a tent. Like you were stocked for this hike. It seems. There's
think-
rations.
If we don't have any alternatives, I think a small fire will do, as long as we just try not to disturb more than we must.
I mean, if you'd rather not, I think we're probably okay.
Mhm.
It's
We'll
not
try.
super
I don't
cold
want
out here.
anyone to suffer the night. If it gets too cold, let me know.
Yeah.
I think we'll be okay, but good to know. Good to keep in our pocket.
I can trance for 4 hours. So any shift you need
Sure.
me on, I'll take.
Same.
My dark vision's good, so be nice and far.
Say that again. Your mic isn't picking you up super well.
My dark vision's really good, so I can see pretty far. So I'm very happy to take a watch so that we don't, if there's anything out there.
I'll take a watch, but I'll also just fucking sleep if we don't need me to.
Please sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll take the last watch.
Oh, question,
Let me
is
get the-
Dawn with me?
No.
Okay, great. But Sparkle does just stay forever. So there's also just like a horse made of starlight that's just hanging out.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Oh, cute. And you all settle in for the night. First thing first, Reese, you've been dumping out some water for plants, and as you kind of settle in for your watch, you pick up your canteen to take a drink, and it fills back up to full.
Oh. Oh, wow.
And what is Reese's favorite beverage?
Oh. I think they're a wine person. I really do. I think, yeah. What like it's very sweet wine, I think is what they like.
Hell yeah.
Mm.
Say like your as you take a sip from your canteen, even though it looks like water, it tastes like a very like nice rosé, like a sweet light rosé as you sip. It kind of warms you up and feels almost like a thank you from the forest.
Oh my god. Who's up with them? They're taking first. I think they're taking first shift. Who's also taking first shift?
I think it was just you, but it's
Oh, it's
like
just me?
early enough that someone could be awake still if they wanted to
It's
be.
gonna be awake. I only got 4 hours. I figured I'll just spread them out. I'll be up for like half of each shift.
Okay. No, I think they just toss over there. They're like, hey, go ahead, take a swig of this. Let me know what that tastes like to you.
I take a swig.
But it's good water. Good, like, clear
Just
mountain
like
of cold water.
alkaline, or is it
And I was
it's like
thinking more.
very crisp.
It tastes like rosé to me. But that's okay. That's good. That's good to know. I've been pouring. Well, you've been. I saw you smile when I was dumping out my water. It's back to full.
Yeah, the you sort of get what you put into it here.
Oh. So you know. Oh, okay. Uh. Gotcha. So maybe I'll just keep doing this. I think maybe I'm just trying to score up some points for the forest and what.
Oh, well, no, keep doing if it brings you joy. I feel like if you do it for the sake of scoring points, it kind of
What?
you were watering the forest out of the good of your heart. And you should continue doing that. I think that's why it rewarded you, is because you were doing it with no expectations.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yes. But so, I just want to be also on their good side. Yeah, I guess true.
Yeah.
That's true too. But I was
it's
also
good.
hoping to be on their good side. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Okay. Well, I'll work on the goodness of my heart if you want to take a rest.
I do. And just goes back to trancing.
I'm not even going to make you roll perception checks. Nothing is going to disturb you tonight. But it is the next watch. Whose is it?
I think Talia was gonna go next. Yeah, I don't think she's doing anything in particular on this watch. I think it's just kind of sitting, looking up at the canopy, kind of like hoping to get a glimpse of the night sky through it, but after a while it's just like, whatever.
As you are watching, you feel a kind of a comfort settle over you, and you start to almost drift off to sleep. Are you going to try and fight that?
I think so. I think it's just like, come on, just stay up.
Yeah, can you give me a quick, I'm gonna make it a saving throw of your choice.
Hey.
It's what Talia relies on most, to, whether it be wit, charm, strength, whatever. What is Talia tapping into to stay awake?
I think in this, just because they've been like walking all day, I think I'm in a bit of like a, adventure, boots on the ground adventurers kind of mindset, and so I think is trying to kind of like, will herself away. So I feel like that it feels like Constitution, like, don't fucking, come on body, don't give up on me now kind of thing. So
yeah, absolutely.
Do I need to be conscious, like awake, to give my paladin bonus? Yes, while you are conscious. Never mind.
That's okay. I was gonna ask if it was a check or a saving throw, but it's the same for me. So let's see what the hell happens here. That is a 3, Mara.
You start to drift off, and there's a moment of like, no, I can stay awake, and then
I'm up. I'm absolutely fucking.
Yeah, and mid-thought, you fall asleep, and you have a delightful little dream. It's not it's hard to remember when you wake up, and when you do wake up, it seems only a minute or so has passed. It doesn't feel like you have accidentally fallen asleep for your entire shift. But you recall flashes of hands planting something in the ground, of scattering, of another hand like scattering seeds, another like taking a fallen branch almost and like mending it back to the tree it came from. Very like subtle acts of always just hands helping the forest in some way. Or not even helping, just being kind to the forest. Showing love and affection. Some it's even just like, you see one hand just like cupping a flower and like bringing it to a nose as if to just sniff it and appreciate it. And you wake up, not much time has passed.
Talia takes a minute and looks around. Thinking back to that like flash in the dream, are there anything nearby that like looks like, like broken branches or anything kind of that nature as I'm just scanning around?
Yeah, there's a little off to the side, you see what to you looks like a normal sized like lilac bush. So you assume that means it's probably a baby, like a really young one, because it's, just taller than you are. So, and some of its branches are kind of bent or broken or mangled a little bit, and the flowers look a little wilty.
If I can't, I don't know if this is, I don't think this might not be how, I have like a mending cantrip. Would I be able to prop up the end of it that's a little bit busted and just run my hand over like that break and try to mend it at all?
Yeah, absolutely. You run your hand over, and usually mending wouldn't really work on like a living thing. It knits itself back together as you run your hand over it, and the lilacs get a little bit more full. The branch that was broken is righted, and what was to you a regular sized lilac bush starts to grow like exponentially fast as it reaches the size it would be in this forest and claims its space in the forest after you have kind of healed it.
Gotta talk to V. This druid shit's easy. And we'll kind of just go back to the campsite and just sort of settle in for the rest of my watch.
And as you settle in and look up, the branches have shifted just enough somehow that you are able to see some stars up ahead, almost as if a thank you from the forest has been given to you.
I think that just this wide grin breaks over Talia's face, and she'll kind of sit up a little bit. She's kind of lean back and look at whisper to the nearest tree, just thank you, and take the rest of her watch.
Beautiful. And I believe it was Nova who took the final watch.
Yeah.
What you doing? What's up?
I think the first thing Nova does, here's the thing. I think at their core, Nova is ADHD coded. And so I think probably sits still for a minute and a half. And then we'll look over at V, who's all curled up, all cute, sleeping next to them. And we'll start just very gently braiding her hair. And does that for 30 minutes. And then the tension kind of wanes from it. And it's just going to start looking around for just something to look at, something to do, something to think about that isn't just kind of staring here into the depths of these trees.
Yeah, you're looking around and slowly emerging from behind a lilac bush that you swear was not there when you went to sleep at Magical Woods, am I right?
So true.
Comes a rabbit who looks remarkably similar to the one that V met earlier, and it just kind of comes out of the woods and nose all twitching, ears working to listen, and just kind of looks at you for a minute.
I think Nova just kind of looks at it for a second in this sort of frozen, still half braiding a little piece of V's hair. Just kind of looks at it and
It takes a step towards you, and it looks it looks like it's moving a little odd, like something uncomfortable is happening.
I think Nova will kind of like put down the piece of half braided hair, kind of like rifle through their pack a little bit and pull out. I imagine there's like fantasy trail mix in here since we are
Yeah,
stocked for.
yeah.
Cool. I'll kind of like pick through it a little bit, get some dried fruit out of it, and just like very slowly, both to not wake up my companions and also to not startle off this little creature, try and creep my way up.
Yeah, absolutely. Watches you with like a wary eye, nose twitching, trying to smell any ill intentions on you, but then also picks up the smell of the dried fruit and lets you approach.
Hand is like outstretched out way forward so that the rabbit can like take the food without interacting with me much if it would like to. But when I'm closer, can I kind of like do like a little insight check or something to see if I think this is like fear or injury?
Yeah, absolutely. Give a little insight check.
Cool. Oh my god, I'm rolling only 7s today. That is 11.
11. It's you give the dried fruit to the rabbit. It kind of like grabs it from your hand. With its very soft little mouth and kind of turns away from you to eat a little bit. And you see, kind of stuck right between like its tail and its back is like a little bramble, like a little sticky that kind of got caught in there and is probably not too comfortable for the rabbit.
Sure. I think I kind of like pull out a couple more of the like little dried, they're probably like dried blueberries or something, and take another like half a step and kind of trying to weigh how close I can get here.
One eye is on you, but still eating.
Can I try to, and I'm happy to like roll a check about it if you would like me to, start trying to like, still handing off berries, try to like angle my way around the back where this little bramble is?
Yeah, give me an animal handling check with advantage.
Alright. Come on, dice. Not double 7s, please. Oh, you gotta be shitting my dick. What is that? Okay, that one's better. I shit you not, the other one was a natural 1, so I was pissed. But it's fine, the other one is not, I'm sorry, you said animal handling?
Yes.
That is an 18.
18. The rabbit lets you get behind it. Still eating this little dried blueberry snack.
I would love to, if I can, try and like time it well enough. I'm a pretty quick guy. Like as soon as it goes down to start eating another bite, I'd like to try and yank the bramble free. Quick,
absolutely,
quick and easy.
Yeah, you go. You yank it. You feel your hands get pricked a little bit. As it's just sharp and pointy, and can kind of let it go, and the rabbit like kind of startles a little bit, and then it like takes. It like looks at you and then takes its hind leg and kind of like thumps it a little bit on the side where the bramble was and like feels nothing there and kind of like you see like its tail just start to wag a little bit, just a little puffball moving ever so slightly, and it turns to you having finished its blueberries and comes up and just your eye level with this rabbit just boops your nose with its nose.
Oh, I kind of like very slowly bring a hand up towards like its snout, but like waiting sort of for it to close the distance just so I don't freak it out.
Yeah, it stays, lets you kind of pet it. Yeah. And eventually
kind of scratch behind its ears. I don't know how rabbits like to be pet, but my god, am I trying to find out.
Yeah, so valid. Pet that rabbit behind its ears, and eventually, as the sun starts to rise and the forest gets lighter and your watch comes to an end, the rabbit kind of looks at you, almost bows, and heads back into the forest.
Nice. I will go sit back down by my wife and continue braiding that strand of hair I was working on earlier.
Perfect. It's not much later when the rest of you all wake up a little sore from having walked so much, but otherwise rested, content. Maybe a little stiff from the cold and sleeping on the ground, but otherwise feeling great.
Question. How many people can fit on Honey's horse?
2.
2. Okay. Just wondering.
I am gonna feed my horse some jerky from my pack. Make sure that Sparkle, whose pronouns are still undetermined, is fed and ready for the day.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Morning, everybody. Good night.
Morning.
I made that bigger, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Oh shit! I was wondering where the fuck that came from.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Okay, I dozed off for like 30 seconds on my watch, and I had like a vision thing, you know? I swear it was only maybe 45. I don't know. I don't have a watch on me. But I just... Did anybody else, like, do anything nice for the forest, and then it was nice back?
I mean, there was this like really big rabbit, and he had like a thing in his foot, and I gave him some berries and kind of yanked it out. But
Cool. Very cool.
Oh, nice. The forest turned my water into wine.
oh
No way!
Jesus!
my patron is Jesus.
The Christian God. Congratulations.
I have to go. Actually, thank you so much.
That was the end game this entire time.
Just like Narnia.
Yeah, no. So I've been, watering the roots of the trees, and then when I sat down to take my first watch, my canteen was filled back up to the top again, and it tasted like wine to me. So
Awesome. Cool. Because like in the vision, it was like planting things and taking care of things and like appreciating the beauty of the natural world and all that jazz, that was kind of, so then I woke up and I did it. So
yeah, I think Reese kind of like looks over at X and like gives like a little smile of like, yeah, I think leading with kindness, right, is towards the forest is the way to go.
Cool. Thanks, Forrest. I'm sorry that we think you're weird.
Are we ready to head onward?
Yeah. Does anyone else want to ride Sparkle?
I mean, I'm not gonna
I'll take a
say
turn.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please, both of you. I'll help both of them up onto Sparkle's back.
Amazing.
All right, and you head off. As you're walking through the forest, you notice it feels like you're making more progress. Like you're going a little bit faster. And Nova, as you keep walking, you realize that you're not getting any sorer as you walk. Your legs aren't getting tired. Your feet aren't starting to hurt like they were yesterday at this point in the walking. Almost as if the forest has given you a little bit of a reprieve. From the strenuousness of a hike. And you continue on through the
I'm gonna
woods.
like shake the leaves of trees as we walk by, like, nice to meet you. Thank you for your service. Nice to meet you. Just be genuinely weird.
You're killing it, babe.
Thank you so much.
I will say also, Talia, as you walk through, you look up at the trees from time to time, and even though it is bright out and it is day out, you can still see a little bit of stars shining through the blue sky of the morning.
Oh. Will also kind of just doesn't, shake a leaf's hand, but just gives another quiet little like thank you as they go past.
You continue on. It's about midday. You can stop and eat a little snack, eat some of your rations, when I'm gonna throw away that sentence and start again. It's about midday, and you come to like a little creek bed, that's with some light trickling water, and you can stop and have your midday meal there if you would like. But as you are looking, you see what appears to be like a regular sized to you frog, like a frog that's like could fit in your palm, kind of standing by the water's edge, making just a really sad sound, like a mournful croak.
Oh, what a walk up to this frog.
Yeah, you walk right up.
Hi.
Why?
Oh, we can talk to you?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I'm trying to get upstream, but the water's too fast, and it's too far to hop from rock to rock, so I can't get there.
Do you want? I can help.
How?
I can make you really fast. Or I can carry you if you don't want to do it yourself.
I feel like if I don't do it myself, all my friends will laugh at me because they all did it so good. So
I get that. Sometimes it's hard when we can't do things that other people can. But that's okay. We don't always have to do everything other people do.
kind of looks at you and does the frog blink.
Because I bet you there are some things that you can do that no one else can.
I mean, I'm really good at finding the best like spots to nap.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And I bet you everybody's jealous of your really cool nap spots.
Yeah. They are. They sometimes when I'm really tired like I am now, I find a good spot to nap. And then by the time I wake up, a bunch of the other frogs have joined me because they realize how good a spot it is.
Yeah. And that's something that they couldn't do without you.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, you're right.
if you could do everything, then who would find the spots to nap?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I am good at stuff. I
Yeah.
don't have to be super fast to beat the water when it's running. I can just take my own time.
Yeah. Or do you want me to, there is no shame in needing things to be modified or changed in order to do them. Maybe I can add some extra logs to the lake to help you get through.
You would?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, let's do that.
Okay. Well, do you want to help me find some good size logs?
Yeah, and kind of hops onto like your shoe and is just kind of like looking out, and you can start walking around.
I think I look at Talia and I go,
we'll just start looking around and then be like, that one goes over, like that one like shoots its tongue out in the direction where it wants it placed and kind
Yeah.
of guides you through
I'll
building
fucking do it.
this little obstacle course for this frog to get across the creek. And eventually you get to a part of the creek that is much more crowded with easy to hop on rocks, and there's some like plants and stuff that this frog is light enough to land on, and he
Can
make its way from
Can
there.
I, before he leaves, I would like to cast Fortune's Favor on this frog, so
Yeah.
that at any point in the next hour, when he makes an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, he can make it at advantage.
Absolutely, you cast that on this frog and gets a little pep in its step, and kind of looks at you and says, "Thank you. I really appreciate it."
Yeah. Remember, it's
What's-
always okay to ask for help.
Yeah. And they have to ask for help when they want a good napping spot.
Exactly.
What's your name?
I'm Honey.
Nice to meet you. I'm Cod.
Nice to meet you, God.
Thank you again.
Yeah?
I hope you have a good rest of your day and you find a good spot to nap.
I will try my best, but I know it's not going to be as good as your spots. But I'm going to do my very best.
Okay.
Okay. Now, go. I'm sure they haven't been able to nap without you.
Oh yeah, they're probably getting really tired.
Yeah.
And hops off your shoe onto a little rock and continues down the path that you have set out until he disappears from view.
Give him a little four-fingered wave.
Yeah. And you continue again, and again you feel like you are moving so much faster as you go. And after you have had this interaction with this frog, you feel that any tiredness that you had has left your body, almost as if you just had a really good nap.
Fuck yeah.
And continue on. As it gets closer to twilight, you see that though you should not have gotten to this point yet, by how far away the tree was, you see that you're approaching this clearing, and in the distance, you can see through the canopy is the giant, massive tree. It makes no sense that you would have gotten there this fast, and yet here you are.
Oh. Well, I'm not gonna look a gift tree in the mouth, so.
Just pat Talia on the
Good
back.
hustle, team.
I love you so
Good
much.
hustle, guys.
X, as you are walking through these woods, you feel a little tap on your shoulder. You turn around and there's nobody there. You keep walking forward some more, and once again, you feel a little tap. And again, you turn around and there's nobody there, and eventually there is a third tap, and you turn around and there's like a figure, almost like somebody has like dumped dust out on an invisible person, so it just like hugging the frame of the person, is someone standing behind you, and kind of looks at you and says, "Hi, Zevria."
I summon my sword and hold it at this person's throat.
As you summon it, it starts to sprout grass, and by the time it reaches this person's throat, it's just like covered in moss and grass, and looks like you're holding like a log that has been in a swamp for decades. It's lost all sword-like shape.
I'm still holding it.
I don't.
Where did you get
Sorry.
that name?
I know a lot of names. Would you prefer I call you X?
I don't really mind. I'd prefer you tell me yours.
Consider me a messenger. Soon, someone is coming to invite you on a new journey. And I want you to know that you have every blessing to go on it.
Okay.
I believe you are more important to this universe than you have ever let yourself believe. Even back with that exploding star, you have a bigger role to play.
Okay, and so if I believe you, now what?
That is up to you. I merely was sent as a way to let you know that your home misses you. And should your adventures continue the way they have, you may be able to reclaim what was lost to you.
You can go now.
All right. Take care. Guide them well. And fades.
I just kind of stand there with this weird log mossy thing in my hand. I'm gonna go back toward the group and to V. I'm gonna be like, you like plants, right? And hand it to them.
As they take it, all the moss and leaves and grass kind of falls off of it, and it's back into a regular sword.
Oh. Interesting. Okay, well that's mine still, actually. Sorry. and I put it back. Did you guys catch any of that at all?
That's a great question.
Oh no.
Any of
What?
what?
Hold on.
Kind of just fell behind for a sec.
Kind of look around.
Did you like have your own feel-good forest experience or something?
I had a forest experience.
Not a
Yes.
feel-good?
No, it felt sort of portentous.
It's a big word.
Big.
For Elmo.
Me.
Oh, it feels like
Like a bad
something's
omen.
going to happen.
Oh. Are
Just
you
brought
okay?
up some bad memories. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's not your fault, and being around you all has been nice.
We can still be sorry if it's not our fault.
Yeah. And I mean, we're not going to let anything like happen to you or anything. So.
Yeah, well, that's sort
Not
of
that you need our help with
my
that.
job for you, but
Yeah.
You sent some memories?
yeah, just someone who knows me from before I remember myself, or at least knows things about me that I don't. I sent a letter off before we got here, and
Oh.
I didn't really expect anything to come of it.
So you think that's in response to your letter that you just sent?
I think it's in response to a lot of things. There's something, I think, bigger than all of us happening right now. I'm not quite sure what it is, or how I fit in, or how you all fit in. But I think I can
Gotcha.
empathize a bit with you more, honey, about not liking the unknown. I have really enjoyed our times traveling together.
What's with you too? You know, it's very fortunate to have someone as skilled as you with us.
Very good at
No,
one
Julie,
particular
you're-
thing. So,
I wouldn't
but
say one. Very
that's-
smart, very good with a
Got a
sword.
couple things going
Yeah,
for
I
you.
got a few things.
Yeah,
Stealthy
we
as hell.
should-
Never met somebody as, you know.
yeah, it sort of helps being dead. You don't have to breathe.
Oh.
I'd
Good
say
to
I'll
know.
try that, but I'm
Yeah,
not-
don't. I would recommend staying alive for as long as
Oh.
you possibly can.
I'm trying.
Noted.
The plan, baby.
Yeah. Speaking of, we have more pressing things than
A
me. We
big
should go
fucking
through
tree to look
the
at.
big tree.
Big fucking tree.
So let's get you into the Scythelands. Kind of just walks.
You will make your way towards the big ass tree. As you
Ass
get big ass tree.
Apple
Um,
bottom tree.
Tell me what.
Roots with
At
the
bottom
tree.
It's a Douglas fir.
The whole forest looking at her.
At her.
She hit the roots.
She hit the roof. Sorry, we can like jump to Dungeons, I guess, or whatever.
All right. No, that was a great moment we all shared.
Thank you.
You all get to this big tree, and you find yourselves much faster again than it should be possible to get there. You come to the base of this tree, and you look down, and the ground is sort of transparent. It's still solid, you can still stand on it, but you're able to look down and see the root system of this tree expanding throughout the entirety of the forest. You get almost like a bird's eye view of how each root is connected to each tree and how they all intersect and have this sort of these like lines of communication and how they support each other and hold each other up. You can see all that while looking at the bottom of this tree, and all of a sudden this tree, the leaves start to fall. And the branches crack and start to fall around you. And you see the roots of this tree from the ground start to pull up as the tree begins to almost decay from within and start to fall over. And as it lands, it just almost shatters. And it is just decayed pieces of wood surrounding you.
We didn't do that right.
I
No.
hope not.
Okay.
X, you are reminded of something. Something that you don't remember being told you would need to ask, but you remember now in this moment. Check your DM. As everyone kind of looks around, what's everyone doing right now?
Shielding my wife from what sounds like just 1,000 splinters.
Yeah, so Valid can kind of tuck V in.
I think kind of pulling forward to try to get a closer look and see if I can see anything at like the base of this tree or see if there's anything from inside of it other than just like rot and decay.
You look around and it is in fact just rot. You do see some of the most like terrifying, menacing looking like fungus you've ever seen kind of like growing in this rot.
Yucky.
X is going to walk up to Nova and kind of look at you.
Hey,
What's in your pocket?
what?
What's in your pocket?
I mean, there's some, like, are you looking for something specifically?
You tell me.
Here's the thing. I got an 8 intelligence. So I think Nova reaches in, like, their, like, pants pockets and pulls out, like, 4 gold and a hair tie.
As you pull out the 4 gold and the hair tie, you realize that nestled in that 4 gold is that silvery acorn.
Kind of blink at it, and then, like, other hand comes up to, like, my shirt pocket where it was. Oh shit, this was not in. Is that?
May I?
Is it the acorn? Yeah. Looks a little sad, but we'll hand it over.
I'm gonna go up toward the tree. And the tree is like in a state of decay, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Is there like parts on toward the inside of the bark that are like shattered? Like could I walk kind of up into where the bark is?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go as far as I can and just sort of bury the acorn in the ground and just whisper kind of a sort of generic kind of a prayer thing to Zirian that X probably doesn't realize they remember from when they were a child. Just like a sort of little, like a nursery rhyme kind of thing.
Reese, you watch this, and you feel your canteen grow a little heavier. On your side.
Yeah. Feeling that weight, Reese immediately grabs it and walks over to where X had buried it and pours a good old little amount of water on there. Not too much to drown it, but just, enough to get it to... You don't want to overfeed. Yeah.
Palia, you feel the warmth from the star overhead, and you remember the feeling of the light you conjured to let everyone see as you watch this happen.
I'll come up to where they are and just try to, because starlight and sunlight are the same thing, just at different distances. And we'll try to pull as much of that down as she can onto the spot where they've buried the acorn.
Some water and light down on this. Honey, you feel a little pressure on your shoe where Cod lay, and you remember how you placed things in Cod's path to help him, and you see that the ground is covered in bits of broken twigs and rocks and could impede the growth of this acorn.
Yeah, I'll start moving them away. I'll get Sparkle to help me as other people are doing their tasks.
Nova, you remember helping this rabbit and pulling the burr from it and watching V interact with this rabbit for the first time, and you feel your pocket filled up with little berries and nuts and very nutrient rich natural things that were in your travel rations. You look at this little sapling.
Yeah, I will go kind of sit next to it and pull some of that out and start like weaving it into the soil. I don't think Nova has ever fertilized a plant in their life, but my god, are they trying.
And as you all contribute something to this little plant, be it the seed, be it the water, the sun, clearing its path for growth, making sure that it is a nutrient-rich soil, the decay that surrounds you starts to dissipate. And this tree, you have to sort of stand back because it erupts from the ground. This tall, impressively elegant tree erupts from this tiny little acorn that you all brought from another world almost and helped grow and helped the woods around it to heal. And it grows so tall. And you have to stand back as you watch it just fill the sky above, and there are little lights dancing among its branches, and fruit is growing, and its foliage is absorbing the sun and letting tiny beams come down to you, and all that has been surrounding it is churned into the dirt, creating new fresh fertilizer and clearing the path for even more new growth. And as you are standing there watching this happen, you find yourself back on the Copper Dawn, as if you had never left.
Hello. Okay. Are we good? How do our bodies feel? Are we still sore?
No, you feel great.
Nova, do you still have the acorn?
Feel in my pocket.
There it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Is that like the key? Do we throw it at the green film thing? What do we?
Yeah, has our ship been like turned around? Have we moved at all, or are we in the exact same position that we were when we disappeared?
You look up and you have passed through this green film, and it is behind you.
Alright, well, I guess we passed the test.
We passed. Yeah.
Onwards,
Hey.
I suppose.
Yeah. I haven't passed a test in a long time.
You and me both, dude.
Hey, brother. Yeah, I know. Still, yeah.
Let's
It's
continue.
amazing, right?
That's
Like
weird.
that was like that.
Can I, kind of like glancing at the movement of the stars around us and stuff, do I think any time has passed? 'Cause we were in
look
there
up-
for like what felt like a day or two.
Maybe a minute.
Okay, cool. Just curious.
What do you think made that?
I have a feeling we're about to meet it.
I kind of just hold up the hand with the vines on it, wordlessly.
Probably, yeah, that would make sense.
Oh.
As you are all...
I'm excited.
Oh, go ahead.
It's nothing. It's just to keep going, yeah.
As you are all kind of looking around, a small little ship built for 2 people. It's a like tiny version of a pirate ship. It's got one little mast and a little cabin with like that has windows. You can see there are 2 beds in it, and someone is standing at the helm. Someone you recognize X only by what you have heard, only in legend. As this figure, this very tall figure, comes up, has a cloak over their head that he kind of pushes back, and you see like rich purple skin, tattoos coming up one arm, curly black hair that's, a little shaggy, runs a little long, has some of it kind of pulled back in like a half ponytail situation, a few piercings, and has like some leather armor on that's like this like dark navy blue purple kind of swirling pattern in it. And as they approach your ship, you know who this is, X. This is a legend among the Xerian wards.
Does this legend have pronouns I would know of?
He, they.
Can you let them on?
Sure. Yeah. Kind of like squint down at this guy, and then get like a gangplank or whatever. Or I guess I'll probably like throw a rope. That's probably the easiest way to do it.
Perfect. Grabs it in one hand and just kind of like pulls their ship in closer and just kind of hops onto your ship and gives like a deep bow. He goes, I'm glad I caught up with you, X. You are on the move. Always very busy.
Yeah. Well, I have a lot on my plate these days.
Well, I'm sorry to say, I think you are about to have more. And kind of looks at you all, and kind of nods and says, sorry for the interruption. My name is Caron. I'm a, well, I hope to be a friend of X's.
Hi.
Hi,
Hello.
welcome.
Hey.
Congratulations on passing the test. It is not an easy one, I hear.
Did you not pass it?
Yeah, they're in here though. So yeah,
Probably.
because we're all.
But he just said that they heard it wasn't an easy one. So does that mean that you didn't do it?
Right.
I've got
Yeah.
like a whole pass situation kind of thing
Gotcha.
for it. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
I think
because-
Reese kind of leads into. Oh, okay.
Go for it.
I was gonna say Reese leans into X and goes, "Why didn't you get a hall pass?"
We've gotten a pass. Is that a pack? Is that something that we can get? Can you get a god hall pass? I would love that. Can I talk to my guy about that? I don't really know how it.
X
that
like
works.
leans back to Reese and is like, I don't really know how to like capture the energy here, but this is like Zyrion's bestie.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
I don't know
So
why. I don't know why he knows my name.
Oh, how you know X's name?
Oh my god.
Kind of looks at you and smiles, just like a very cheeky grin. Looks at you and goes, "Well, of course, I was told to come and get X by Zyrian. We
Oh.
you have important work to do. Have you have heard of the missing pirates?"
Actually, I think that we're pretty close to solving that one. It's all in the pocket, you know?
Yeah.
I will have X fill me in on what that means, but
I don't know if X knows, but okay.
I don't actually.
oh,
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, we can write you.
But-
Just write it
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, you
Sorry,
can.
are you taking X
Yeah.
somewhere? Are you coming with us? What's
kind of
the-
turns to X and goes, now that you are here, I see you have completed your journey of getting them to the Sightlands, and we need your help.
Yeah, the like chalk dust guy mentioned something.
The pockets, chalk dust, sure, yeah, of course. Those chalk dust guys, wild. Very much is like, oh, is this the kind of the energy of like, oh, is this the new like hip lingo young people are using? Kind of energy to it. But
Oh. Sorry if this is like classified.
Oh,
Need to know
no,
personnel only stuff. Your next thing is to solve the issue of the missing pirates. Is that what you're talking?
not well. I hope solve it, but work on it indeed. There's we have a lead for the first time.
Oh.
That's great.
Yes. You are all working on it as well. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
No, we're
Really?
we're asking around.
really working real hard on, like, a lot on it.
Kind of leans in. No, I'm going to say in my brain to Nova, no, we are actually working on it. We made a lot of progress.
I mean,
Yeah,
did we kind of talk to one guy who we bumped into on accident?
No, Reese and I made
No.
like a big discovery.
What? What?
I'll
You
fill
can
in
talk
later.
out loud. You can trust him, and I can tell when you're doing this because you just get that look on your face.
I'm not making on any look.
You're making a little bit of a look.
No.
I've got a headache, so I'm
Well,
some pocket dimensions, basically. We're not really sure what's going on with them, but they're kind of funky, and it looks like, the laws of physics are all fucked, if I hadn't noticed in the last couple of years. So, probably something to do with that.
Yeah, I knew that.
We just haven't
Definitely.
had time.
The pocket dimensions. As the captain, I would know what was going on, so I did know that.
Yeah, there was a pirate who went missing, and the last message he got out to his buddies before he disappeared was, "It's all in the pocket." Yeah, see, there you go. It's making sense, right?
Oh, that is interesting.
So if you, actually, I am a little bit up to date, except for the last part. I didn't know that last chunk. But if you wanted to swap holo transmitter information, phone numbers, how the hell does that work?
Addresses,
Mail drug address,
Your
any
name,
contact
so
information.
We can,
That would be great too.
Also me, I'm still here.
And X is
Hi.
Yeah.
I don't have
Fire off
a
his ending.
holo translator, but the mail jug, great.
cool.
And in a pinch,
Okay.
you can just pop off a sending and we'll be fine.
That
If you're gonna be on this plane of existence, if you get pocket dimensioned, I don't know if that's gonna work, but we could give it a go,
And with the portals, you never know.
Yeah, interference.
Get like elbows, honey.
Not to change the subject, so we know that we're supposed to be here. Do you know why we're supposed to be here? Because that's we've been puzzling it. We don't really know. We
I
kind
don't
of
think
do.
I have a lot more information about the situation than I do.
I hoped.
lit
I
the
didn't think. I just kind of hoped that you would. It's okay if you don't. I'm not gonna be upset, but
I think it's a Nova question.
It's a no thing.
Yeah.
Yep. Don't worry about it, guys. I have the answer to that one locked in. We'll just talk about it later when Zyrion's best friend isn't here, because it's classified.
Need to know personnel. Yeah. So X. Are you leaving us right now? Is that what's happening?
If
Well.
you need a minute, I can go, but
Yeah, I think you hang out there and then we'll yeah.
Do you have any can I go in your kitchen and make a snack?
Yeah,
I'm gonna take our person and take our food. Sure, go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Go
And
ahead.
if it's not too much trouble. I just did you know they're fully roasting vegetables now and then putting garlic on the roasted wild and kind of heads off. It's you can hear him go all right, the kitchen is there it is, and heads there are so many dogs here, and heads on into the ship.
is that an old man? What
How
is?
long has it been since they've eaten? Roasted vegetables have been a long.
We
I
don't
feel
have
that's not a new invention.
Also,
I feel
we're
like that's
new
been
here.
we don't
around
have time to
as long as
unpack
garlic.
all of that.
X is just staring out the distance while you guys are all talking about roasted vegetables.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we didn't realize it'd be we're through and you're going.
Yeah,
Kinda thing.
leaving.
We just got
Yeah.
here.
I mean, that was the deal though. I get you to the Scythelands and
Yeah, but now we've connected to you. So what? You're just gonna go? You're not gonna.
We found out your name and we got attached.
yeah. I mean, there are other people who are going to need my help.
We can't have you all to ourselves. I get it.
And, I don't have a lot of memories, or any really, of my life that came before. I've run into people here and there, I've been able to piece things together, and from what I can gather, I fell into work with people who didn't care about me at all. And that's what got me killed. So I guess what I'm saying is that I'm glad to have met a crew as wonderful and welcoming as you all. But I do think I have to go.
Okay.
I'm sorry that was your past experience, but I'm glad that we were able to experience you. You're an amazing Very nice. I'm grateful to cross paths with you.
It won't be goodbye forever. I'm sure I'll find a way back to. You guys travel a lot and are into very weird things.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a lot on our plate, so if we can like put a work order in Azerion at all to like request you to come back. So,
I will see about it.
Okay.
I mean, you managed to get one in without even trying, so.
all right.
Imagine what we can do when we know.
Yeah. And I guess I'm just going to go on a journey with a literal folk hero who doesn't know what roasted vegetables are.
And think of how cool it'll be to show him.
No, it'll be fascinating.
So true. And I mean, hey, if you're ever out on some big great adventure and you need a bunch of idiots to come help you with it.
Yeah. Also, and sincerely, thank you so much for not betraying me. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, anytime, dude.
Is that a concern?
Just in general thing. I told you I'd give you a heads
Yeah.
up if I betrayed you, and it never really came up, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you for not betraying
as well.
us.
Yes.
for not-
Yeah, I
yeah.
appreciate that. It's surprisingly rare these days.
Don't I know it? Yeah.
That's is that what your old crew did?
Yeah, I believe they needed a very particular component for a spell.
Oh.
So
Man.
Do you remember their names? Because we can totally go kill those guys for you.
Yeah, we've kind of got a list going,
It sounds
so
like they
we
suck.
can just like.
So.
trust me, when I get around to killing them, I'll hit you all up and we can all just take some
Excellent.
swings.
Good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, really, thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Come back with some cool stories.
I will. And I as much as I am able, I will write. And I hope you do the same, especially because given the first part of this conversation, I think Caron is going to have several questions that I do not have the answers to.
Yeah, we will write.
About pockets?
Pocket dimensions. Well, I've got a
Dimensions.
book.
Yeah.
I can. Yeah.
All right. Well,
I think Reese kind of takes a step forward, and in her eyes, you can see like something that you said really resonated with them, and they look up at you, and their arms just kind of extend out, and we're like, "Hey, a hug if you wanted." It's
yeah.
no pressure.
X comes in for a hug.
Perfect. And they come and they give you a big old hug. Hey, travel well. Don't double die.
Yeah. God, fuck. I also want to leave you with this. It's a tiny glass vial with this sort of shimmering gray liquid inside.
Oh,
Hands it to
What's
Reese.
what is it?
When you need it, you'll know.
Oh, all right. Amazing. Thank you. Put it into their bra.
There's oh, okay. There will come a time when an incredibly difficult choice is laid before you. All of you. And, well, may your wisdom be rewarded.
Thanks. You stay safe out there.
I'll do my best. Try not to jump to any other universes while I'm gone.
I make no promises.
No
It's like a
These
fun
guys, I
hobby
don't know.
these days, so.
Yeah.
May the tides rise and fall in your favor.
Right. X heads toward the boat and then is like, it's in the kitchen. I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
I actually don't know what he made, so this might have been a goodbye, but we might still be here for a little bit. So let me just go.
After
go
like
check on.
45 seconds of awkward, just like standing, kind of like nodding at each other, You hear Coron come up the steps. Atrophy is fully just like sitting on his head, and they're eating the equivalent of like processed packaged like little Debbie's like snack, you know, like a little brownie thing. And they're like,
Yeah.
Are we good to go? This is amazing, by the way. I don't know what this is, but this is really good.
I
They do
have
big brownies
so
like
many questions to ask you about your culinary habits, but we can do that on the road.
I have a
Oh,
lot of answers.
See.
You want to like take an extra one for the road?
Yeah, we got plenty.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm just gonna grab a whole
sheepishly-
box of snacks. Actually, now
Yeah.
that it seems like a good idea.
Kind of like sheepishly like opens his cloak, and inside he has pinned
whole
like 10 different little like
Nice.
packaged snacks. I'm good, thank you.
X grabs some food, and before they go, gives each and every one of you a hug. And also to Honey and Talia, just says like a little wink to the two of them together. And heads off.
Coron kind of escorts you on the ship and turns to you all and says, "Sorry to have to steal them in such a undignified and quick manner, but
It's
I
okay,
have a
just
feeling-
take care of them.
I will, I promise. And I have a feeling you will meet again someday." Alright.
Look out for that mail jug.
I will. I'm going to look out for the mail jug.
All right.
Me too.
So, alright. Kind of steps onto their ship, unties the rope, throws it back onto your ship. Take care! Be well!
You too, man. Enjoy that cosmic brownie.
Is that what this is called?
Yeah.
I like the little candy things on top.
Yeah, that's
It's a
like the
good
whole
texture.
thing. Oh, okay. Bye.
And you are all left standing on the deck of your ship as you watch your friend X sail off on another grand adventure with the hopes that one day you will again be able to meet up and who knows, maybe even take down these weird portal things together. As you turn and look into the giant portal in front of you that will bring you to the mysterious Scythelands, that is where we are going to end today's session. Thank you all so much. Thank you so much to Mills for coming and playing with us. It was such an honor to have you at the table. X is such a delight. And I do everything in my power to get him back on.
Yes. Is oh, you can go.
I was just gonna close us off, so if there's anything you want to say.
Oh, I was just gonna say that, like, while everyone was saying goodbye, I was like, but I don't want to leave. Like, yeah, no, actually, fuck you, Caron, I'm staying. But then I was like, I literally don't, I can't be here. So, but yeah, thank you guys for having me.
Our pleasure.
Thank you for being here.
Alright, and with that, we are going to close this session and look forward to seeing you Wednesday for Starfarers and Tales next Saturday. So see you then. Mwah. Bye.